then we're fucked, and I'm sorry. So if the stream suddenly disappears, that's why.
God!
Then we shall
Windows
mount
update,
the armies
man.
against the forces
Then we
of
will fight in the
Windows.
shade.
So I wonder whose fat cat would win in a fight, Mark, yours or mine?
It's pretty fat.
Well, the question is, would your cat actually fight?
That's a good point. No.
Because Bunny will hiss and make a lot of noise and then probably run away. So she's not
Hob is-
really going to fight.
Hob is a lot like, you know, in the Mulan, the animated one. There's that one guy. There's the three guys.
We have to say that.
I know.
The
But you
good
know
one.
the guy,
The
the
good
good
one.
one. You know the
The one
guy
that
who's
doesn't
like,
suck.
you remember the three guys, like the skinny guy who told jokes, the guy with like the beard, and then like the bigger guy.
Yeah.
Hob is the bigger guy from that movie.
Wasn't
like
his
totally
name-
zen, big.
Wasn't his name Chan?
I can't remember. Was it Shampo? I can't remember what his name
I thought
was.
Shimpo
I
was
think-
the skinny
no,
one.
I think it is shampoo. Yeah, it is
Is it
shampoo.
Oh, okay.
Shimpo?
Okay.
Okay.
Hi,
yeah.
everyone. Welcome to the Mulan, the animated movie podcast.
Yeah. That's what Hob is. If Hob was a person, he would be that character. I
So
think.
who's Yao? Who's the hyper aggressive short one?
That would definitely be Goblin. Goblin has
Goblin, yeah.
violence in her
Mhm.
heart.
Who was the third one? Just because I'm
That was
trying to
the-
remember
the
now.
That was the guy with the
Uh,
eye patch.
Lee.
I
I think
can't
his name was.
remember his
I think his
name.
name was Ling or Lee. I think, or it was Ling. I think.
There was Shenpo, there was
Oh, it might have been
Chao.
Ling because I remember that Mulan's fake name was Ping.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was a
so
whole
was
bit. So
Ling.
yeah, it was Ling.
Ling, Chao, and Shenpo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shinko, Yeah. They're
What a
great.
time.
Welcome to the Unexpectables.
I'm still loading into Roll20. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
We're
So
having
this
some
is-
Stop the
issues.
time. More Mulan.
Unfortunately, we're having some network issues with Roll20
Yes.
today. So
No,
I have-
known fantastic product.
No,
Okay.
the giving me this
Connor.
error that says too many nat 20s, no more.
What?
Interesting.
You
No
said
more.
I-
I don't. It just says
you-
no more.
You said I can't talk bad about it, and I'm not.
Yeah, being
Roll20
passive
is a
aggressive is still.
It's a
You know.
fantastic product.
Mm.
Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Uh-huh.
A little Obama-ish
Anyway.
right there.
It's better than Fantasy Grounds.
I was about to say it could
Yes.
be fantasy ground.
It could be fucking fantasy ground, so count your lucky stars.
It's a good anime.
Good anime.
Fantasy Grounds.
Is there a anime
No,
called
Lucky
Fantasy
Star.
Grounds? Oh.
Fantasy Grounds, the anime. Oh God.
Another isekai to add to the pile.
No.
I rolled a nat 1 and I was reincarnated into the fantasy land.
I'm actually really angry. So many of my favorite animes are isekais. And then I look back and I'm like, no, please.
That shouldn't make you angry.
It does,
There are some that
though.
are good. There are some that are good.
There's a reason
Name
why the
5.
genre is popular. Dot hack.
There's the one. Okay, damn it, Gaijin. I have to say names, and I don't remember anything what it's called.
Oh,
Rise
so I
of
guess
the
they weren't that
Shield
good.
Hero.
Dot
about to
hack.
skip
That
post
time I
and
got
say Genshin
reincarnated
Impact.
as a slime.
No, I disagree with both of those
Listen,
statements.
It's hilarious.
Rise of the Shield Maiden.
That one.
Konosuba.
Rise. Konosuba's good, and Rise of the Shield Hero is
ReZero.
really good.
Like, Konosuba kind of transcends the formula because it is satire against that
yeah, it's-
formula, so
But it is still an isekai.
that's
So
fair.
it still counts.
But it's
Is
I-
Monster Rancher an isekai?
Oh
yes,
my
yes it is.
fucking god,
It is. It
It
is.
is.
Dude, I
You know
hate
what-
to.
you know
I
what
hate to
else
break.
is?
Wait, I can name another good isekai, The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, no.
Good anime.
No.
God
Anime
damn it.
Dorothy, make
I
it
was gonna
happen.
say the other one that is an isekai that I think people forget about is Mongolian Knights.
I've
The
only
fuck
Oh
is
heard
my
that?
god! Oh
Yeah.
my brain!
Did
Yeah.
you wait? No,
You know
the
what?
D&D cartoon from the 80s is an isekai technically.
Yeah.
Wait a
know
minute.
what?
Was that the one that I was
I-
trying to play the other day?
I think so.
Guys,
Oh
oh my
Wonder
god,
Lab?
Dragon
Discussion.
Tales is an isekai.
Fuck.
I'm going to go watch Fighting Foodons. I'll be right back.
Yo! I don't know if we're allowed to enjoy that show anymore because of some of the characters.
Oh,
I think the character of Fried Ricer may not have aged well.
I mean, okay, but like,
Hang
it
on,
wasn't,
Fried Ricer. It's been decades since I've seen this
it
show.
wasn't,
That's
it wasn't
not a
Kappa
good sign.
Mikey though, so it's okay.
Oh.
Kappa Mikey was.
Kappa Mikey was oof. I'll tell you that right.
Fun
Mark, you know
intro.
better.
Fun intro. Had a good intro. Great intro. There we
yeah,
go.
let's do
Moving on.
introductions, please.
Gaijin Goomba, where can they find you?
Isekai off in a world of pain and torment. No, actually, over on twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba. Hey, you like Monster Hunter Rise? Because I've been doing that nonstop for like a week. Not only for myself, not only for my streams, but I have an entire freaking sub-series that's being rolled out called Yokai Hunter Rise. It's a little spin-off of my Yokai Hunter series, where instead of just other random anime games, we are looking extensively at Monster Hunter Rise. I have at least 9 videos to do, with possibly more on the way, depending on how far I get in that game. The first episode should be out this weekend. I'm going to be looking at all the starter weapons, so for those of you who have not been able to play that game yet, there will be, like, non-existent spoilers. But yeah, please go check that out, because every single one of those starter weapons has some sort of cultural background with Japan, I freaking swear! Other than that, I still got Gundam model kits to put together that are based off of historical figures. That's been a fun little thing that we do every Tuesday, and I'll probably swing that back in next Tuesday. We built Date Masumune last time. I think we're gonna build Sanada Yukimura next, because that was an unbonified absolute badass. Aside from that, yeah, I'll be working on Gaijin Perspective, getting that next video up. It's going to be a Q&A video, so if you haven't seen that posting on the channel page in the community tab, go check that out. And yeah, I think I'm all cub. I'm halfway vaccinated. Yeehaw.
Now you can't sneeze on your fist to inflict poison damage anymore, though.
Oh, please, as if poison damage matters at this level.
You passed the test. Good job.
I thought I passed the test when I sold the dagger.
Listen.
Hey, no one expected that nat 20, Monty, the least of all me.
She's like holding up a hammer that says meta, and she's about to bonk you on the head.
No
Bonk.
Boom.
Well, that's me.
All right. Zeta, where can they find you?
Well, you could find me over at twitch.tv/Zito, CZ Backlash on Twitter, and the Everington Almanac on Patreon. I too was pumped full of 5G yesterday. So I now have Netflix streaming directly into my brain, and on 420, I will have Disney Plus in my spleen. So a lot of my streams kind of have like been a little to the wayside because of that, and a bunch of other things going on, like medical wise, that we're just trying to get solved. So I've been a little light on content, unfortunately. However, don't worry. When I close my eyes, the DRM keeps reloading, so blinking's an issue. Sooner or later on the weekend, I'll be playing Monster Hunter Rise because everyone's expecting me to do it. I wanted to at least get like some time to the game for myself before I open it up to multiplayer and whatnot. So I'll be joining the hunt sooner or later. And of course, carts will happen because everyone likes to watch me suffer. It's games. It's video games.
What's your main?
Oh, what do I main? I actually found out that I'm a hammer user. That's my main ever since 3. But I found out that I've grown accustomed to heavy bowgun.
Oh, nice.
So that's my pocket main.
Yeehaw. Excellent. Mark Allen Jr., where can they find you?
You can find me over on Twitter at Mark Allen Jr., here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming. You can follow my large, obese cat buddy on Instagram at Chonk for Life. I just bought her a new cat tree. I am in the process of working on the video that filmed her first reaction to it. It was tepid, but I think she'll like it. Yeah, we haven't had a whole lot of streams lately. But severe weather is dying down at least for the next couple of weeks, so I might be able to get some game streams back in. I've had a few toys show up in my doorstep recently that I can't wait to share with everyone and show off. It's been a good heckin' time. So check me out on Twitter for sure. I will post appropriate links to videos and such there. And yeah, we'll try and get a stream in tomorrow. My sleep schedule is broken, so I will be up probably at like 9 a.m., which means I will have a bunch of time to do nothing. So yeah, for those of you who are usually complaining that my streams are too late, got you in mind for the early morning tomorrow. Check it out.
No extreme weather.
I know.
It's
No,
gonna
that'd
be
be boring
30
for, like, a
degrees
week.
tonight.
Look, cold temperatures where you live is expected.
In spring?
Yeah. Spring is just winter junior.
Winter Junior?
Winter Junior. Winter Junior.
the rock
Winter.
month.
Son of
Junior.
Winter.
Son of winter. Yes.
Ooh.
It's like Son of Baconator, but way colder.
I am
More.
spring, son of Baconator.
That's it for me.
Ed Bosco, where can they find you?
You can find me at Ed Bosco VA on Instagram and Twitter, and then right here on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco.
Holy shit. Clean.
Bosco doesn't
Concise.
do anything. He has
Bosco's
no
a
life,
speedrunner.
no existence.
Bosco,
That was a
tell
chilling
Speedrunner.
PB, any
Tell
percent.
us a cool thing.
He got shill skip.
Shill skip. Oh man.
Excellent
Four
execution
parallel
by the
universes
one and
ahead
only
of
Edward
us.
Bosco.
That's an S+ rankability.
Tag hat, I want to where can they find you?
Twitter, talk on.
Wow.
Is that a new
Yeah.
PB? Holy shit.
Twitter,
Timing.
Yo,
one
world
bre-
record.
Thank
Someone
you. Thank
called
you.
Guinness.
Twitter and Twitch are Takahata 101. I'm off this week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Woo.
Mhm.
Excellent. All right. Monty Glue Dever, where can they find
Hi.
you, Dever?
Hi. You can find me tomorrow, hopefully streaming. We'll see. If I'm burnt out tomorrow, I might not stream. It's been a long week. But tomorrow should be Ocarina of Water Temple.
Oh.
So,
So-
Ocarina of Brine.
Oh, shut the fuck.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
Oh, that's a plus
No.
two.
Now the water is not the only thing that's salty.
And then my tears are too. And then Sunday is Monster Hunter Rise right now. I haven't been able to play this week again, really, really busy. But I guess kind of an announcement. Everyone seems to be okay with me saying it, unless anyone wants to stop me now, that's fine. I'm actually going to be joining a game with Arcadum. We had session 0 yesterday. And I'm playing alongside with Joe Cat, also known as Joseph Catterson. You guys know him. Brett Ultimus, Joe Fudge, and Cyfree. And we're actually going to be starting
Cyfry.
that. Cyfry. He said anything's fine. His words, not mine. We're starting on the 6th. So if you're interested in checking that out, I believe it starts at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm playing a Beastmaster Ranger. I'm only level 2, so I don't have my dog yet, but I'm playing a Beastmaster Ranger, and not the poopy one, the one that's new and good and actually playable. I could see Zito's mic lighting up, and I was like, hold on, show to a minute. So it is not a one-shot. It is going to be a 10-session campaign, so it's going to be really cool. It's kind of like a West Marches kind of style thing where different sessions can affect other sessions. It's really cool. So definitely come check it out. It's really fun. That's all for me.
Woo.
Also, oh, one more thing. Sorry. Thanks,
Uh-huh.
guys, so much. Nutcase was managed to fund her pins, so those will be coming out if you
Yay!
support
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really, really pretty. And no, I'm not playing a fucking Goliath. I'm playing a human. I'm actually the most normal person in the party, I think.
You man.
You man.
Huge
Human.
man.
Huge man.
Finally.
Anyway.
Well, excellent. And they can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and youtube.com/Distortion Devil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is a tabletop wargaming day with my buddy Luke. We're playing some more 9th edition. I got to try out the new Drukhari Codex, and oh my god, I like it a whole lot. It's really
awesome to
good.
hear. It's awesome to hear
It's-
that they're giving some love to the Eldari.
Yeah, their new rules and their new stratagems, especially, are really stinky. I love it. I can't wait to try out more Drukhari stuff. However, I did build a Adeptus Custodes 1,000 point army, and I'm eager to try that out as well at some point. But yeah, that's on Tuesdays. Friday is Friday Funhouse, where I basically just play whatever I want with whoever decides to show up. Saturday, playing through the Yakuza series. This Saturday, we're going to be playing through Yakuza 3 Remastered. We beat Kiwami 2 last week. That's been fun. 2 weeks ago I beat Kiwami 2, beat the Majima chapter last week, cried on stream. That was a first. I love the Yakuza series. Going to play through that a little bit more. And Sundays I'm playing Monster Hunter with Monty.
Yay. We
Yeah.
punched Kezu. It was fun.
Yeah.
The hesitation.
I have a very, very big
Hmm.
question though for those who play Monster Hunter. Do you sit through the fucking food cutscene or do you skip it?
All right. So I watch it.
Okay.
No, I watch it once. I watch it all the way through once. I get my fill. Then I skip it for the next 5 times.
Oh
And
my
I watch
God.
it again. Then skip another 5.
The disrespect.
I had
Bro,
no.
you just gotta tell
Mark,
me yes or no.
Mark, I had people legitimately in my chat being upset that I skipped the Dongo song, and I'm like,
I hate
y'all
it.
can just shut up.
The song.
I
goes-
Oh,
hate
I
the
would just
Dongo
start
song.
playing other YouTube videos the moment it kicks up then.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who shares in the Dongo song hate. I will play it on stream for my chat, but the moment I am home, I skip it every single time before the first note even plays. That is my speed run when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise, is how quickly I can skip that cutscene.
I think when I start playing the game on stream, I'm just gonna have bits where it's a different video each time.
Also, I have to announce this now. Apparently, I chose Japanese as my language, and apparently I picked the deepest voice possible in English.
Awesome.
equivalent. So I yell a lot,
Get out
apparently.
of there! You're coming! Where's the trigger?
Why is it a war game?
Just walk away.
Grenade! Just walk away, Arthur.
I feel the warmth overtaking me. It's
Mark-
good pain.
We have to hunt one more Mitsune. Just
one
one
more
more.
Kezu, Arthur. Then we're out of here. We can go to the new world where nothing bad happens.
I love Kezu, it's fun.
Also, be sure to check out Dead House Sonata. You already know what it is. You make puns about it all the time.
Yeah.
If you're inclined to purchase a Founders Pack to get access to the very first age near the end of this year, click that link. Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Please.
Also, be sure to click this link as well. Link to my DMs Guild page where you can get a copy of the Predator, a rogue archetype. It's very much inspired by the characters Kha'Zix and Rengar. If you like mutations, if you like being a unstoppable killing machine, if you like having a lot of options for how you want to highly customize your rogue experience that have sort of a natural predator flair to them, then the Predator Rogue is the archetype for you. I appreciate everybody who's already stopped by and purchased it as well. Please, 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 if you pick up a copy, please leave a review, leave a rating. It really helps me get more exposure on there.
Unlike literally everywhere else online, it actually does.
Reviews
Yeah,
are
it actually
stupid
really
important
helps.
on DM's Guild.
I appreciate any and all feedback as well. Don't be afraid to tell me what you think about the class, good or bad. I will take it into consideration for my upcoming classes, which include the Passion Domain Cleric, which should be coming out here very soon. As soon as I get the artwork for that, that'll be coming out. Very flavorful class, if I may say so myself. And also after that, it's going to be something I'm calling the Hellblood Sorcerer, which is sort of it's
away.
Yeah, it's sort of a demon devil inspired sorcerer. I'm gonna try and differentiate it from the Fiend Warlock as much as I can. It's just started production. I have no idea what to do with it, but that's coming soon.
Connor, don't.
Do you mind if I
don't-
quickly just tell people what I might be working on for DM's Guild as well? Because I almost forgot to completely mention it.
Yeah.
So some people would tell me that Gremlin is a lifestyle. I say it's also a race. So that's happening.
Wait, are we talking like Mogwai Gremlin?
No,
or-
well, I mean, you can make them look like that if you want, but I'm talking like break your fucking tech Gremlin.
Oh.
Eating cheese at 2 a.m.
Yep, eating cheese at 12 a.m. and
Sarah.
touching a door and the whole thing
Yeah, I was
falls
gonna
off the hinge.
say, it's just there. Oh.
Licking doorknobs.
Connor beat me to it.
I didn't
So
even
yeah,
put
but
that
just working on
last.
that now.
Excellent. And last but not least, I'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Die Hard Dice.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And
Yep,
Monty.
that was actually going to be our backup plan. If we couldn't get Roll20 to load tonight, was to
Well,
do the
it
rolls
might still be
ourselves and do
backup
the honors.
plan.
Might still be the backup plan, depending. But we're armed with our own sets of die-hard dice. I've got 2 of them. Great high-quality polymer and metal dice, as well as carrying cases, dice trays to keep your dice and your rolling surfaces safe for years to come, and game-specific dice, such as Magic the Gathering. All of that can be found at dieharddice.com. And for today only, the only time you can use it from now until the end of the show, as a matter of fact, I believe, you can use the coupon code EXPECTMAR, expect MAR, when you purchase products from dieharddice.com. Use the coupon code EXPECTMAR, get 10% off your order price. And if you're listening to this on the VOD, or if you are a little bit late for this and didn't hear it, then you can use the coupon code expect APR for April.
Yeah, we have it on the
which-
screen during the slideshow, so.
Yeah, expect APR. But for right now, for these 3 hours, expect MAR. Expect MAR is the code to use.
Expect me sans K.
What?
Indeed.
I got it.
Thanks.
Because it's Mark minus the K. It's Mar.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
And with
Mark.
that, I think I have some bits to read out.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Do we have a time limit?
You have unfortunately you have 6 minutes.
Okay, I'll just blow through these. Sorry if I don't read your messages. Ahem.
We love you guys. Sorry, we were a little late because
Yep.
stuff.
Uh,
But we love you guys.
X McCanus, thank you for the 7 months of Prime subbage. Indie Flea, thank you for the 11 months. Lich Wannabe, thank you for the 5 months of Prime subbage. Kiel Tethird, thank you for the 5 months. Cy Wolfen, thank you for the 7 months. Cup of Squid, thank you for the 12 months of Prime subbage. Rikaku the Psychro, thank you for the 11 months. Maid Berry, thank you for the 4 months. Greasy X Spoon, thank you for the 12 months. Spencer Taylor 182, thank you for the 11 months. Fishnix, thank you for the 9 months. Barrel of Bears, thank you for subbing.
God.
Radis Voidheart, thank you for the 2 months of Prime subbage. Just Another Clone, thank you for the 2 months of Prime subbage. A lot of Prime subs on here. Holy cow. King's Grimoire, thank you for the year. Warlord Manic, thank you for the year as well. Dr. Dank Memes PhD, thank you for gifting 3 tier 1 subs to the community. Other Wow Man, thank you for the 4 months. Nerdy Notion Z, thank you for the 12 months of Prime subbage. Topher Spark, thank you for the 12 months as well. Arch Requiem D, thank you for the 12 months. Overlord Cornut, thank you for the 12 months. Shadowy Knights, thank you for the Prime sub. Pie Boy 4242, thank you for the 7 months. Arch Requiem D, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Iron Einherjar, thank you for the 7 months. Criven, thank you for the 11 months. Punkyard Dog, thank you for the 12 months. Foxley Foe, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. Skelly Jack, thank you for the 11 months. Valis, thank you for the 12 months of resubbing. Haunch Paunch, thank you for the 500 bits. Derpy Doogie, thank you for the year. Lights 55X24, thank you for the 3 months. Baz Dog, thank you for the 300 bits. Inferno Uwu, thank you for the 10 months of Prime subbage.
Illegal.
Dreadlord Bedrock, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Junior Moloch, thank you for the 11 months. Corin Solist, thank you for the 50 bits. Emerald Bandit, thank you for the 7 months. Chris Godi, thank you for the 100 bits. Bubba Bob, thank you for the 500 bits. Renfield 88, thank you for gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Mr. Nani, thank you for the year of Prime subbage. Roan One Flew, thank you for the 9 or 11 months. Cosmosis 45, thank you for the 400 bits, or the 200 bits. James Rochelle, thank you for the 12 months. Skelly Jack, thank you for the 1,101 bits. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 300 bits. Darth Moss, 4,077, thank you for the 100 bits. Space Pirate Mick Morgan, thank you for the 8 months.
Nice.
Argent Lyal, thank you for the 12 months. K Macmon, thank you for the 11 months of Prime subbage. The Real Getsu Hero, thank you for the year. K-Pop Barbarian, thank you for the 6 months.
Yo.
Criven, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I can only imagine. And K-Pop Barbarian, thank you for gifting 10 subs to the community. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, dude. I stand K-Pop Barbarian. Welsh 93, thank you for the 12 months. The Ink Den, thank you for the 500 bits. Sage Dalen, thank you for the 1,000 bits. DRK Gannon, thank you for the 12 months of Prime subbage. Dono4PF, thank you for the Prime sub. Kratos Arium, thank you for the 6 months of Prime subbage. Radis Voidheart, thank you for the 100 bits. Strange Birdie, thank you for the Prime sub for 9 months. Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby Morrow, thank you for the 200 bits. Print Equation, thank you for the 9 months. Roto Ryu, thank you for the year of Prime subbage. RG Home, thank you for the 12 months. And Chris Goody, thank you for the 21 bits. Connor, you're now a part of a small group of people that have said Goity right. I hope I did it again that time. But that's all I got.
All right.
Oh, boy.
You guys good to get going?
Yeah. Let's
Roll20
do this.
Roll20 is still broken, so we actually don't have any sound.
Well, we knew that
either.
already.
I'm gonna try refreshing.
Wait, here's a test roll.
Listen,
Good, I got that 3 out of the system.
I will provide all the music for tonight.
I will provide the hair.
Oh, I refreshed and got it instantly.
What?
Yay!
Refresh people.
I got in.
As I disappointedly put down my diehard dice.
Oh,
I'm
I hit
sorry.
refresh. I don't.
Diana,
know if
forgive
I'm
us.
I am refreshing as we speak.
I guess
Unless you're in. Don't refresh if you're in.
Oh, well,
Monty.
Monty! Oh!
Well, if you're in, why would you need to refresh?
Because,
I
looks
thought
like-
we were refreshing for the music,
because
It
I do
looks
what
like
my
they're-
DM says.
It looks like they're back in now.
which did work, by the way.
All right, looks like we're good. I'm gonna say that Chad did that. I'm gonna give credit to Chad.
Thanks, Chad.
Not Chad. Chat.
Oh, sorry.
That chat's
Post smiley
Chad.
faces chat, so we know
Did
that
kinda
you
sound-
got this.
Thanks,
The
Chad.
chat.
The
Was
Chad
it the Chad?
The Chad chat versus the virgin player.
Woof.
The chat knows all the rules. We'll call them out.
No. Anyway.
Hey,
Let
YouTube.
fun happen on their watch.
Superior backseat gaming
Whoa,
techniques.
whoa, shut up, stop.
The way I would play theoretically is the better
I
than
only
you
laugh to
played,
hide the
actually.
pain. All right.
Bye,
So-
chat. Not Chad. Chad, I'm not saying goodbye to you, but goodbye, chat.
When last we left our heroes, Remy the Kenku fighter, Panic the Tiefling bard, Task the Kobold Ranger, Borky the Orc Barbarian, Greckles the Kenku rogue, and a newfound friend in Seka the Fire Ganassi monk, the party was successful in drudging through the abyssal trench, slaying the water Oni Kozui, and saving Princess Glacia. With a flourished return courtesy of the Great Leviathan, the party returned to the Coral Citadel and the pirate vessel of the Great Pirate Lord, Captain Bulwark. So you guys are currently heads above the surface of the water with a crowd of water Ganassi behind you, pointing out the pirate ship and looking out towards their home, still damaged, not smoking anymore. And you guys are adrift. You watch as bursting from the water beneath you, this massive water serpent, the same size, if not slightly larger than the Elder Tempest you ran into in the Sky Temple, bursts from the sea and seems to almost curl around and vanish around the Coral Citadel at a distance. You hear cheers amongst the crowd and smiles and all kinds of revelry.
Oh, that was a wild ride. Boys, we did it.
I'm pooped.
Yup. That's it, right? It's all four to all four of the planes, right? It's the wind, the water. Oh, damn it. It's only two.
Yeah, we're only halfway there, big guy.
Oh, no, the glass is half empty then.
No, don't worry. It's going to be full from the moment we leave. Half full,
Just
quarter
think,
empty.
gentlemen. We might have spiders to contend with.
No.
You watch as you watch.
You're
as-
not good at selling things, Task.
It was Lieutenant Plunge, I believe, was his name.
Yeah,
Plunge,
plunge.
Lieutenant Lieutenant Plunge turns and he goes, "Are you in need of rest? We could perhaps arrange something." but you are of material, perhaps, and he kind of gestures towards the pirate ship. Assuming those are your allies and that is how you arrived here, of course.
Not how we arrived, but probably the better accommodations.
Maybe allies.
I think we left on good terms with them, right?
Yeah,
we did.
they gave us the breathing underwater thing.
Now I gotta ask that giant crystal. What have you done with it?
The diamond
Yes.
that is
Yes.
with me in the portable hole.
Yes, in the hole.
It's in the hole.
It's in the
Tiger
hole.
Woods.
Lieutenant Plunge,
Yes.
if it would be possible, if we could get resupplied as well as rest, we've got a very, very long journey ahead of us.
Certainly. Let us get you a meal. I think all of us could do with some food.
Yes,
Perhaps as well
please.
as some rewards for your work, though. He kind of looks over and he just watches like part of the carousel just kind of crumbles and drifts down to the bottom of the seafloor.
Oh,
Rewards might be a bit lacking, respectfully.
We don't expect anything, considering what we came into.
Certainly.
But anything that you can offer would help. We still have the other planes to travel.
Of course. Follow
Free
me.
food and hospitality are enough.
You guys make your way swimming forward into the Coral Citadel, and immediately the moment, like, there's a lot of people with you, by the way. All the prisoners you saved, all of them are adults. The moment you guys break through the front entrance, you just see children and parents, like, coming together. You see, like, the one kid with all the spears, like, drop, like, an entire, like, almost like carrying firewood, just kind of drops all the spears and goes, "Dad!" And he just runs, and, like, you watch as they're, like, picked up and hugged, and all the children are reunited with their parents. You do see one or two children that kind of are, like, looking amongst kind of the crowd, and then no one comes for them. And they just kind of stand there, saddened. But you do watch as some of the soldiers kind of walk over and put hands on their shoulders and kind of, console them best that they can. As you guys reconvene, hours pass. You guys are led to the main royal chambers that you met. What was her name? I should know my own characters, and yet here we are. She was one of the crown guards.
are you talking about River?
I think it was River. I could be wrong. Let me find her name.
It's weird. I have her description, but not her name in my notes.
Yeah. Oh, crap. This is where the book started. It's in my other book. I don't know where that is.
Hang on.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'll
dun,
check.
dun.
Yeah, does anybody have her name? I actually don't have
I
that.
am checking right now. Yep.
Here we
Captain River.
go.
Captain
Sure.
River? Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. I figured
Yep.
that's what it was, but you meet up with Captain River, who is just overjoyed to see Captain Glacia. And like you saw her before, she was this very defeated individual. And the moment you enter in and Glacia goes, "Captain River," and just kind of runs into her arms, they just kind of embrace and hug, and the room gets lighter. The lights do not change, but the room definitely gets lighter. And you watch as Captain River kind of looks up to you and goes, "You did it." She kind of looks towards you, Seika. "I can't believe you did it."
We told you we would. All of us did our equal share.
I can tell. She looks at you. You guys are covered with wounds and cuts.
Yeah, I
and,
was gonna
like,
say Seika is like he's not even.
He's
smiling.
floating.
He's so beaten down and just unhappy.
It's just like burnt driftwood.
rest. In the dawn, we'll speak of your reward and what ways we can aid you with what little we have. Go. Lieutenant, and you watch immediately as Plunge is like, "Ma'am," and like salutes immediately. "See to it they have comfortable accommodations. If they prefer the company of Captain Bulwark, well, that can also be arranged. He has taken in some of our more wounded on his ship, as he has doctors at the ready available, but you have returned some to us. And for that, we thank you."
All the day's work.
You watch as Princess
There
basically
are
turns back and goes, "Thank you."
I'm not sure what your burial practices are, but there are more people in that place. They could probably use a proper burial.
You watch as Captain River kind of turns and goes, "Judge as you may. My current concern is that of the living."
I find that respectful.
Greckles will
Fair
nod
enough.
at that.
I'd rather no more dead than dealing with the dead right now. Many
As
of
you
us,
wish.
she looks at herself and she's still like sitting. She's in the worst case of it. And like everybody else, like all the prisoners you released, like they were all at 1 hit point. Let's just put it that way. She kind of turns and she goes, "We'll see what we can do. You've done enough for us. Do not let that be of your concern." Arrange food and rest. You guys are
Tired.
led to an inn. It is carved out of coral, obviously. And the inside, there's no beds. It's like these hanging pods on the roof.
Back to
You-
tanks.
Not. It's kind of like what you see astronauts sleep in, like the sleeping bags that they tape to the sides of the
Oh,
space
okay.
station.
Ah,
But
okay,
they're-
okay.
They're like coming from the roof because there's a gravity here, and they're these kind of like they're definitely filled with some sort of like cloth of some kind or like some sort of soft spongy material. You just kind of enter it like, you know, feet first, and you just sleep in that. It's not a bed. It's really weird.
It's a bag.
It's a
It's like a
pod.
bag.
39.
Yeah.
Never say no to Bacta.
It's cozy and it actually fits all of you except for you, Task. You're a little small, so you just kind of sink to the bottom. But everyone fits.
He's gone. It's not
Hey,
so much there's a body in there, now it's just a lump.
It's just
I
a
will-
ball at the bottom.
I will say this: your water breathing is going to
Was
stop.
about to ask.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I was about to ask
die?
that too.
Give me a second.
We still have our
Uh.
ally, don't we?
You do, yeah.
I can throw up my hut.
That actually might be good, yeah.
Just build a hut.
It only lasts for 8 hours though.
That's enough for a long rest. You guys would get a long rest out of it.
Okay, good.
So
Uh,
I'll
do
I'll
that.
scooch everything into the space of the dome, and then I'll throw it up.
Okay. Yeah, that's easy enough. The innkeeper is like I assume you asked the innkeeper for the space to do this.
Yeah, sure, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just gonna build a house inside his building.
Well, it's just like a bubble void.
The innkeeper is kind of like a slightly older, middle-aged water ganassi, and he seems perplexed. But he knows who you are. He was with you when you guys returned, and he goes, "You may do whatever you wish."
Burn it down!
Burn it down. Lights a match. It immediately goes out.
Damn it!
As long as we're not imposing.
No, not at all. Not at all. Would not be here if not for you. You guys make the dome. And immediately, for the first time in a really long time, your legs hit the ground and you're like, you realize how sore you are. When
Gravity
your
just
muscles
kicks
hit
in.
the ground. Yeah, the moment you hit gravity, you're like, you're
Oh,
exhausted.
fuck!
Family Guy fall into the bed.
Well, the beds
One
are spread out.
frame just.
So you don't have beds in this space. Specifically, you would just have the floor because the beds are all spread out in the inn. They're supposed to be like single sort of lodgings for an individual. But food is brought to you. It's like slid into the dome, assuming you're allowing them to deliver food to you.
Yeah, I can allow them into the dome.
There is like weird diet here. Obviously, there's no fire, so they don't cook anything. But there is kind of like broiled food. You remember that on your way back, like the kitchen, they actually. Here's a fun little fact: they cook using volcanic vents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That makes
So that's
sense.
What that?
Except
I wonder
that's
what that
gonna
would taste
really
like.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
It
sulfury, I imagine.
It doesn't taste great. The cooked food tastes definitely. You've had char grilled stuff and really good like cooked over a campfire smoky stuff. This tastes like boiled fish. It's very strange. But it is passable. What is really good is the raw fish, because it's super fresh. It's just sliced. And there is a bit of saltiness because of the seawater. It is quite enjoyable. It's very nice to eat.
Oh.
There's like flying fish. There
I could
is
get used to
sea
eating
cucumber, which is awful. There is like geoduck and like very, a lot of like sliced up scallops, like just raw oysters as well. It's not food you're used to, but it is good. It's not going to kill you, at least, and it's gonna it's gonna cover a ration for you guys, and it's free.
You're
So.
making me want sashimi so bad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
more than
This
mine.
isn't. Hey, Borky,
Yeah.
you remember that egg spider?
Borky shifty eyes is.
Like way.
I thought that was a bad dream. I thought that was a bad dream. That happened.
No, that happened. Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought that was
way back when we all first met. There was this.
It was a
It's-
potion, and I thought it was flavor, and I put it on the scrambled eggs.
And then the
Yeah.
egg just grew legs and walked away. It was crazy.
Yeah,
Did you ever find out what happened to that thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hope it got eaten pretty quickly, or I'm
Yeah.
scared it would. I'm scared it would breed with the local species.
Ugh.
I know.
Kuriyami-san. Greckles just kind
what
of.
happened to it, actually.
Oh God. Okay, so let's hear it.
I think a bird grabbed it and flew away and fed it to its babies.
Good
Good.
meal.
And now
fitting
they grew
end-
spider
a fitting
legs.
end for that abomination.
Greckles will pull Seika aside just a little bit to
I was
talk.
gonna say, when you called his name, it actually took a moment before he, like, recognized that you were calling him before he turns to you. Yes,
How are you feeling?
exhausted.
Is that all?
I am quite tired of being a burden.
You're not. I don't know how many times I have to tell you that you're not.
I hear the words, and I appreciate their meaning, but the fact is, I've not been of much help in these fights recently.
He puts an arm on your shoulder and looks you very, very hard in the eyes. I can't tell you how many times I've messed up. I have been swallowed by more creatures than I can count. I have lost my weapons. I've lost one of my weapons to a sentient rug, Kuriyami-san. I've lost a treasured weapon into a dark abyss, luckily to find it again. I have made more mistakes than anyone else in here. But no matter what happens, I get back up and I try again. I have spent so many years with failure after failure after failure. Not even just with my life, but with the adventures that I've had with these guys. There is no such thing as being a failure unless you're willing to quit trying. And that's what I've learned. Not just from them, but from life.
I
See, this is
assure you,
private.
I have
No, this is not
intention of
private at all.
giving up. I
Sorry.
have no intention of giving up. It is my duty to ensure that you arrive back at the plane of fire safely. Where my concern lies is that I fear I may not be the one best suited to that role.
Who would be then?
He kind of looks around at everybody else. I feel as if I may be superfluous.
We don't live in the plane of fire, Seika. How the hell are we
Yeah.
supposed to know where we're supposed to go?
Don't sell yourself short just because you got overwhelmed in your polar opposite plane. You
If
can't.
this were the only
you can't-
time, then perhaps, but I'm afraid I am little more than a guide at this point.
We need one.
And though it might not feel like it, especially given what happened to you, you have made an incredible difference in all of these fights. Please don't sell yourself short on that. If you weren't here, we might not be.
It was you that had the initiative to get the talisman.
I appreciate all of your words. I promise you I will do my best to try and take them to heart. This has been very difficult for me.
All adventures are difficult. You're out of your comfort zone.
We're dealing with plane shaking stuff here. It's not going to be easy.
But that's what makes it so memorable. It's not the easy times. It's the hard times that you not only remember, but those are the things that shape your very soul to become something stronger.
What doesn't kill you.
I shall certainly think on that.
We're glad to
Allow
have
me
you
to-
here, Seika.
Allow me to play on something, Seika. You may not have kobolds in your land, but I'm certainly not deaf to the idea that in the material plane, my kind are seen as vermin, rodents, something lesser. I like to believe that I've proven time and time again that there's ways to shape that.
Kuriyama-san, do you realize that you were probably the only fire genasi in existence to have saved all of the realms? Every plane.
That might be rather preemptive of you, Denka.
We'll get through it. I know we will.
I hope so.
Plus, I've got like 500 backup plans, and I pull out the diamond.
Hopefully he looks around a little bit before he pulls it out, like, okay, make sure no one sees this.
Right, because it's transparent walls.
Don't need anyone invading my hole.
Put that away, Paydick.
Oh, you got the bag of holding as well.
Yeah, I do have the bag of holding here, but this bag
Wow.
We got a lot of space.
We
It
don't have
feels
enough.
like it feels like it's like we're slowly building ourselves back up. Oh yeah. Speaking of defeats,
Ooh. Yeah.
yeah, if we can come back from that, Seika, like, don't sell yourself short. We literally all got tied up and thrown into the ocean.
Remy got harpooned.
It was bad for everyone.
Except for Zenrio.
But-
Zenrio had a great time.
Zenrio had a great time, but
When is he never having not a good time?
wonder how he's doing. Anyway, point is, you are an asset to this group. Don't sell yourself short.
I appreciate that. If you'll excuse me, I am quite tired. I believe I need some sleep.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright. You guys eat the rest of the very strange but good food. Texture's weird. It definitely is a food based less on flavor and more on texture. You guys curl up in the dome and you have a long rest. Who has
Hey.
Liza's mask?
I do.
Also, before we go on our long rest, I'm going to pull out the crystal ball of sending,
Okay.
and I'm going to message. Was Grinelda there when we left?
I can't remember who was there when you left.
It was
Everyone's supposed to
Doros,
be
but I
dragging
don't think I'm going to get much words out of him.
I can't remember who it was. I mean, I'm assuming you're asking about Helena.
I'm going to inquire about a few things.
Okay, I would say probably your best bet would be Grinelda or Welch. Welch would probably be a little less inclined to hide things. Grinelda would probably give you the most accurate thing, but she might withhold information.
Okay. Let's go for Welch then.
Okay.
And I think we need to roll something just to see if this even goes off.
It's ascending, right?
Right. You can send the message across any distance, even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there is a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive.
There's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. Okay, so let's say if we roll a percentile dice under 5%, I'll roll it. It does not work.
Okay.
And the reason I want to do that is I have nice percentile dice from Die Hard Dice, and I want to use them.
Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard Dice.
Is this our first percentile roll?
No, we've had them in the past. Gripples requires a percentile roll.
Right.
72, it succeeds.
Yay!
Got 25 words. I'm gonna say checking in. We are safe. Kicking Oni ass. How long has it been since we left? Don't want weird time shit happening. Also, how is Helena?
Okay. How long have you guys been in the airplane and the water plane? Does anybody know the exact amount of days you've been here?
I think
It hasn't been long.
It's been like 4 days or
I
something.
think I thought we
Yeah,
were in the
4
air.
days sounds
Five.
right.
I'm gonna say it's been a week so far, like a week or week.
a
maybe
week
a
in
bit
between.
more.
Yeah, a week.
It's been a
week
little
in
bit less
between.
than a week. I think
Well,
it's been like 5 days.
I think we were in the air plane for at least 3 days.
And you've been here for about 4, I would say.
We were traveling in the water plane for a couple of days. I think in total it's been like 5 days.
It's wet here.
Sure is, buddy.
Tash just like sits up, leers at him, and goes back to sleep.
Just sure fucking is.
What do you mean sit up? We're all
Yeah.
up.
Sorry. I'm just writing these all down so I have the right amount of words. Because he actually knows what the spell is. Because Helena uses it all the time for work.
Wait.
Oh, so, Greckles.
How many words is 27?
25.
25, okay.
Greckles, I always need to get some sleep, funny. He's trying to talk through yawning like,
If
Okay,
you need
so,
to
like-
yeah,
we did the wind, we did water. What's your next?
Earth.
Earth and fire.
We've got Earth
Like,
spiders.
Earth. We've been there before.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
So
damn
as
it.
you guys are rising, assuming you did the sending spell just now, it takes a while, but there is a response from Welch.
I would have done it before we went to sleep.
Oh, okay. Then this is what the response is. Sorry, I had to roll up a piece of paper to have my toothpick. Oni, huh? Sounds fun. It's been 2 weeks or so since you left. Helena quit the guard, working on some temple in the western woods.
So you cut out on my end. What did you say?
Welch said, Oni, huh? Sounds fun. It's been 2 weeks or so since you left. Helena quit the guard, working on some temple in the western woods.
That one temple that we went into a second time. That we went into the underground.
Yep.
Underdark. That temple.
Yeah, that's an Orin temple, I think.
Mm-hmm. It's a rural Orin temple.
The one that goes to the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
Panic just sort of looks at the sending orb for a bit. Just got a strange look on his face.
What's up?
Helena quit the guard.
Really? Why?
I have a few guesses.
Did she want to work at a cheesery?
Just sort of looks over at Borky. She's working on that temple that goes to the Underdark, the Orin one, the old one.
Oh, okay. That. Bork just kind of makes a face of, okay, interesting. I wouldn't do that if I were me, though. That's the face Borky's making, like,
Well,
yeah, interesting.
He sort of blinks at the sending orb a couple more times and then slowly puts it away.
She'll be okay.
Yeah, I know. But am I going to be?
We've
Never
all
really done
got-
anything like this before.
I don't think any of us have done anything like this before.
I feel vulnerable. Strange.
It's unknown. But isn't that how it, but Panic, isn't that how it always is?
I know, but fuck. I just hope I didn't screw up again like I did with Ozzy.
We're all really different people compared to that time.
Yeah, and besides, Ozzy, you met Ozzy when he moved away out of Alivast already, so.
God.
Bork tries to draw a comparison somehow.
I'm glad I'm not that Panic anymore, at least.
you could be worse. You could be previous me.
Fair. Fair.
I'm
Although I
surprised
think
I
I
haven't
was the
burned
wo-
more bridges.
I think I was the worst out of all of us.
That's gonna be a hard disagree out of me, Chief.
Or what? You have some sort of other sordid backstory that you haven't shared with us?
Again? So funny. Just jabs you in the shoulder.
Ow! Fuck, I'm sore.
Yeah, you guys are really sore. Between all the swimming and like the fighting underwater and like the wounds that have healed up, you guys are really sore.
I just realized this is gonna suck a whole lot. Because we're going to the Earth plane next, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Right.
we're gonna be doing a lot of walking.
No, will we be breathing earth there? Because we were breathing air in the air. We were breathing water here in the water. So will we be inhaling rocks or dirt?
Borky,
God, I hope not.
I've
Wait,
got a
does
big-
the Earth plane exist of only Earth?
This is my question. This is my question I have.
The air should be breathable for beings from the material plane. There is some overlap between the planes of air and earth.
Ugh.
Just didn't say no or yes to the rocks and dirt, so I'm just gonna. So gravel?
I
Gravel.
think we're good, Borky. I think we're good
Got
is
it.
what he's saying.
Okay.
Eventually, as you guys kind of prepare yourself, the bubble pops. You guys slap on your breathing apparatus before it goes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, it's still moist.
Yeah, you're immediately hit with the water. And the moment the water hits you, you are surrounded in seahorses. And there's, as you kind of look around in the location, it's now teeming with ocean life. You see sea turtles kind of swimming around the actual city streets itself. There are whales kind of moving through. It seems like life has returned. I don't want to make a nature is healing joke, but nature healed.
We've
I was
created
waiting
a
for it.
Studio Ghibli film, boys.
In a way, yeah, it's a pretty
Brontosauruses
accurate.
have returned to New York City, as nature intended.
It seems as though the presence of the Great Leviathan's return has made it safe for the animals to return as well. As you guys, I assume, make your way to the throne room to speak
Yes.
with
Yep.
Captain River and Queen Glacia.
Oh.
You guys make your way in, and you're met. It's flanked by 2 guards who look very tired, but they're at their posts with tridents that Borky you remember throwing at Kozui and other enemies. You guys make your way inside, and you see slightly over. You didn't see them when you rescued them, but there is a very old water ganassi, kind of hunched over, and she's currently she's wearing like a sea turtle shell on her back. And she has a bunch of fish just kind of swimming around her, a bunch of jellyfish and various other small butterfly fish, clownfish. It's very, very sweet. She looks like she's probably like in her 90s or even hundreds. She's very old.
Oh,
As you
jeez.
guys enter inside of the chamber, you do see currently Glacia sitting on the seat where probably her mother once sat, and she's way too small for it. But, you know, she's got people there around her as you guys enter in. And you see Glacia kind of turn, and like she points at you, Seika, and like you can see her kind of like say something to Captain River, and Captain River like has this look of like, and then looks towards Seika and looks back and kind of goes like a, you know, kind of like a no sort of motion, and Glacia just kind of
stabbed.
holds her, like kind of puffs up her cheeks and crosses her arms and looks back towards you guys, and Captain River kind of steps forward and goes, I hope you rested well. I heard you weren't too content with our lodgings and made your own.
It's not that we don't appreciate it. It's just, it was nice to have something just a little bit familiar, just for a time.
The
I understand.
materials have lungs, unfortunately.
We know. Our kind can also breathe of the air, but why? Just shrugs, kind of.
I mean, we could breathe air like you peasants, but...
Would you like an honest answer?
Well, no. But
We don't know.
we have a report for you to ease your conscience before you leave this place. Captain Bulwark will be acting as our defenders for some time until we can ask for some reinforcements from some neighboring civilizations.
Borky
That's
nodding, going,
fantastic.
cool. Nice. All right.
She looks at you and goes, he owes us. More specifically, he owes the Great Leviathan. So, we'll be taking him up on that sort of repayment. That being said, we wondered, perhaps, if you had found any relics in your delving into the Abyssal Trench. We had lost some historical objects and were wondering if perhaps, not to ask too much of you, but, respectfully,
Such as.
there was a statue of Queen Azone. As the biggest one has been destroyed by Kozui and his legions, we'd hoped to restore it to its glory, but without the Queen or reference, this was the only depiction we had left. If you happen to have that on your person.
Ivory?
It was ivory, yes.
I'll take it out of the portable hole and I'll present it to her.
Additionally, our High Cleric of Uspa lost his spell focus, specifically a pendant.
They can't see it, but Panic sweats every time she keeps going on.
Yeah, just
Look
like,
up
yeah, no,
the
Task
diamond.
is like
Look
Excalibur
up the
facing every
diamond.
time she lists off something.
In his head, he's just, don't break up the diamond, don't break up the diamond, don't
No,
break up
no,
the diamond.
no, no,
It's the main event, bruh. It's the main event, bruh.
Sorry, I got distracted. What was that?
It
Spell
was an
focus?
It was an Uspa pendant.
Uspa pendant. Looking through.
Yep, got
Did
it.
we get that? Oh,
Yep.
Yes, we
there it
did.
is.
You did.
Task presents it.
We primarily worship Yiddia here, as we are people of arguably taste, but we do have a few who like to dabble in
Whoa.
the element of plane of
God.
air's study
We
of
have a
religion.
We have a few
She
Idia
got
worshippers.
salty
on
once the
surface.
world was saved.
Oh, good. Yiddia is the mother of the great Leviathan. We are connected to the material plane through the gods, in a way. For the elemental plane of air, it's Aspa, and for the elemental plane of earth, it's Avon. And she turns towards you, Zika. For your realm, it's Orin.
Greckles does a hard turn. Hard turn.
Would this be something I knew?
You are not a priest or a monk, so no. You are
I
a
am
martial.
but-
You're
Well,
a
what
monk.
the- he is a monk.
I mean a religious monk, not a
Oh.
fighting monk.
A diplomat.
He's a doctor,
Could
not a real
I-
doctor.
Could I do a religion check just in case?
Yes, you may do a religion check.
Since I actually do have Mouse work with me here.
His
Do
mask
have
like makes a
points.
big smile as he looks to Greckles.
That's a 9.
9.
So, no.
You have heard mentions when you do have religious, people who travel around with religion in mind. Again, the planes they don't dabble in specific gods, as you've learned here. They do worship Uspa here as well as Idia. The elemental plane of fire, you've heard the word the Watcher used before, as sort of the patron god of the elemental plane of fire, but you haven't really looked into it because your main focus is the Phoenix. That is your direct god. That is the most important entity that exists within the elemental plane of fire.
Cool. Okay.
She does go and lists off a couple more things.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. These
Be a
are
good
important to
person.
them.
Be a good person, Task.
Fuck you, rogue.
I've stolen
In
a
or-
punch bowl, and that's it.
In order to crown our new queen, there is a silver chalice with moonstones we use as part of the ritual.
Silver Moonstone Chalice. We have
Yep,
that.
we got that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just deleting things from this list at the.
Me too.
Pulls out the tablature and just starts crossing things off.
The last thing, and this is more of our sage's request. Did you happen upon a piece of bright crimson coral, perhaps?
Right. Yep. Sure did. That's the the 8th thing on the list right here.
Excellent.
Is it? I
good.
actually don't have it. Where is it?
Oh, I've got it. I've got it.
Oh, I got
Bright
it too.
Crimson coral, right next to golden topaz and pale green crispy.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, I see you went with the Okie spelling on that one.
Can you repeat that one for me? The pale green, what was it?
The pale green crispy.
Oh, okay.
Christopher. Christopher.
Damn,
Crispy.
regional accents, always hard to type.
You guys hand that over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a sigh of relief as she goes, excellent. This is the last type of this coral, and we're trying to replicate it before it dies out on us. Thank you. The other
What's its
things you found,
significance?
it can be used as shields and weapons and armor, and she points out to her soldiers, stronger than what our soldiers have. If we are to be attacked again, perhaps it'd
Really?
be wisest for us to have better armors.
Interesting.
Yes. It is really
Well,
hard. It's a really hard piece of coral.
I wish you luck.
Is it harder than, say, diamond?
You don't know, because you don't know rocks.
I mean, fair.
You know
Is there a
obsidian.
way-
That's like a rock.
before, or if she allows me, could I just tap it with my fingernail? Just
Sure.
to see what the resistance on it is.
It's
ting.
solid. Solid. It's really solid.
Sort of rake it down a little bit.
I taste
You
it.
know, coral is a living thing, right?
I lick
Yeah,
the coral.
as
You
you're
want it
doing
back?
this, as you're doing, Captain River's holding out her hand to it, and she's watching you do this, and you can see every time, you do something to it, the bottom corner of her mouth just twitches upwards slightly, just like she's trying to not yank it from your hands right now. It is hard. It would be equivalent to say like steel. It'd be steel hard.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
crazy good coral.
That's fucking
Yeah.
natural
Hold
too.
on, I want to
Shit.
do a few more experiments.
Wow, this
Like
grows
set
in
off
a
fire,
Pulls that
get
again.
it in a vat of acid.
I cast
if
shatter
it
at
was-
4th level.
If it's let's see what this thing is really made of.
They're just all faces aghast.
Yeah, if it's as hard as steel, my fingernail couldn't scratch it at all.
No, not at all.
Wow. Your fingernail just rips off.
She as you're doing that, she just kind of goes over and just grabs it like as courteously as she can from your hands, and she goes, "It can only grow in the presence of the great Leviathan, so it's only cultivated here." And she hands it off to like an attendant who takes it and scrambles away.
I see.
As for the rest, our coffers were also robbed.
Whew.
Oh man, that's rough, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
What is the currency you most use?
We do use gold as we trade with other material walkers through the ocean tunnels I'm sure you saw on your way to the Abyssal Trench.
Well, I'll go ahead and be upfront and honest with you. We found 16 platinum pieces, 48 gold pieces. Wait, no.
That's incorrect.
That is way too low.
No, that's our
97.
our individual shares were that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote down.
We have 97 platinum, 287 gold, 530 silver, and 392 copper.
That was in my voice.
They ask if you are willing to part with just the gold amount.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
They don't want the platinum?
No, they'll let you keep the platinum. They want the gold.
That's a lot though. So
Yeah.
you know.
What's the platinum to gold ratio? Is it 100 gold to 1 platinum or
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
I believe
100
it's 10,
gold to 1
actually.
platinum.
It's 10.
10?
It's 10. Yeah.
Oh.
It's 100 Alivastian gold to 1 platinum.
It is. Yeah. So you tell
Alavastian, yes.
So you
So that's
guys
fine.
lost. You guys just lost 2,870 gold.
Whatever.
Oh, that's small potatoes compared to everything else.
Guys, remember,
Yeah.
guys, buy the dips.
Borky's gonna
And
start
also,
investing.
and also everything else that we're getting.
Yeah. They let you
Yeah.
have
All of
everything
the-
else. A lot
All
of
of
the stuff.
the gems, all of the gold.
A lot of that
item.
stuff, like there is some stuff that does belong to them, but they don't care about it. It's literally just like it doesn't have historical value, and it's also just like
Stuff.
it's just stuff people had, and the person might be dead too, and like they don't have a next of kin as well.
Right.
The gemstones and stuff, they're confused. They're like, those aren't ours. We never got those. You get the sense that some of the objects that you did collect were from specifically were probably from pirate ships and whatever these
Yeah.
goblins cobbled together over the years before Kozui actually showed up again.
Okay, so we are all agreed. We don't go back up to the surface and we don't show the diamond off to the pirates.
No.
Right.
Because it will be just our luck that the one fucking what was the one character that was giving me shit? What was it? The Grung? The diamond belongs to him or some stupid shit.
It's his
Fuck
right.
Grung.
That's my wife!
I'm gonna call up the god and have him eat him.
As Captain River kind of hands off the gemstones, she kind of smiles at Queen Glacia. Glacia seems like someone roll an insight on Glacia.
Oh please.
Okay.
I will. Considering she's been making faces at
20.
Nat 20!
Jeebus. It's a 19 for Seika.
I also rolled a 19.
My diehard dice never arrived in the mail.
Are you getting roll 20? It should be working now.
I'm still loading.
Refresh.
Are you serious?
I refreshed 3 times.
Oh, damn.
I'll refresh again now. It's been a while.
Check it again.
Been a while.
It's been a while.
Wow. Okay. Only Task gets this because she rolled ridiculously high.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Task.
Yes.
How do I describe this? You know when you're a kid and like you watch a movie and like there's handsome character or pretty character and you have like a kind of a kid crush on that character?
No. Yes.
Yeah. You like literally Glacia is very enamored with Seika. In that way. She's kind of looking at him like, you were my knight in shining armor sort of like attachment.
Okay.
It's very childish, like there's nothing else, but it's just like,
Tash like kind of grins and looks over at Seika. How are we like next to each other?
yeah, you guys are like in a group. You're a fair distance away from Queen Glacia as well.
I kind of like I look over to Seika and I ask him to bend down so I can whisper something to him.
He'll oblige.
Remember the talk we had last night? Well, it seems that royalty here might have a little bit more of an infatuation for you. I look over, I make like a stupid smile and I nod over to the kid.
She waves.
I'm
The hell was
not
that?
sure I understand.
She eyes you as her knight in shining armor, Seika. It's as clear as day on her face.
That is surprising.
Borky's
Is it?
just smirking and chuckling right now.
Yeah.
You watch as Captain River. She overheard the conversation and she's just kind of writing down a list, essentially on like this flat piece of like what looks like whalebone or something. She kind of, without looking up, goes. She asked if she could marry you, and I said no. She goes back to writing.
Man, just fucking blurt that out there. I tried to be courteous and quiet about it.
Wow.
Was it me last time and then Task this time, guys? We should, guys. I feel like we're really eligible bachelors.
We're growing as people, apparently.
Anyway,
The Bachelor
Seika-
Planeswalker edition.
Seika is not, he's not like blushing or anything. He doesn't really seem super bothered by this. But he does respond to River and says, "Thank you for seeing it in a more logical light. That would be problematic."
Still, it says something of your character, at least.
Can I ask a really dumb question?
She looks at you and she kind of blinks slowly once and goes, "By all means."
Why is there such a division? Call it a planeswalker planeswalker, sorry. Call it material walker's inability to understand, having never grown up here, but why is there such animosity between you two?
These realms used to be ruled by the creature you slayed. And when led by these creatures, the Ganassi were... She kind of looks a little bit. The history's ancient and forgotten, but if we were to interact too frequently, well, we would not wish to give birth to yet another material plane. Such things are messy, and the gods don't particularly like it.
There's a great difference between intermingling too much and common courtesy.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh shit, the sass.
It's not meant to be sass.
Oh no, I know, but it could be translated in that a little bit.
Oh, God damn it!
She doesn't really say any more, and she kind of puts a dot at the end of whatever she's writing, and she kind of goes, "Your rewards. Something you, in particular, may find useful." And she kind of steps away without another word.
Greckles, you may wish to impart your
Greckles?
station. It's what he told me to call him.
For orders,
Oh.
it's fine.
Gotcha. Okay.
I know what
A
I'm
little
doing.
Curious.
I thought his, wait, hold on, panic. I thought his name was Dinky.
Oh, God.
Borky just didn't want to ask all these planes. He didn't want to be rude.
I know. I
Yeah,
love my
yeah, Borky.
I know.
Yeah, Borky. He's Dinky.
Ding.
You're Binky.
Yes, this
I'm,
is Dinky.
I'm Pinky. He points at Task, and that's Clyde.
Okay. Whew, I'm better. I'm fanning. I'm better.
Good God.
Go ahead.
That's it. I said the thing.
I did. What did you say? I'm sorry.
You may wish to impart on her your station. Before we leave, it may be important to make that bridge.
Kuriyama-san, are you suggesting that we form some bridge between the elemental plane of water and the elemental plane of fire?
And he's not being sarcastic or quippy about that. He's actually very interested in that statement.
I am not suggesting it so much as noting that you seem eager to do so. In fact, you have offered to reach out to the plane of air as well.
I can't help but feel that if there was at least communication between the planes, that something like this could have been stopped. And if we weren't here to stop it, only the gods know what would happen.
Well, then please make that bridge.
I will.
There is some precedent here. If someone were to speak of such things, yours would be the place to do so.
Greckles looks at you and looks at everyone else. And then he looks to Glacia.
Okay. You currently see Glacia sitting on the chair. You see currently River is kind of instructing people, and they're kind of bringing stuff in. They're bringing what looks to be boxes, but they are basically like what kind of shells are they? They're kind of like God,
Abalone?
not conch shells. It's I think it's is it called a turban shell? I can't. The one that has like the lid on it. Like the bottom, the animal that goes inside of it actually has like a shell at the bottom, so when it goes
Like a
inside,
nautilus?
it closes. Yeah, not a nautilus, because nautilus doesn't have a lid. But you know the one I'm talking. It kind of looks like a conch shell, but it has like a lid that you can actually set in space if the creature, you know, goes inside and retreats inside.
A cam? Or a
What?
calm?
Maybe?
I
It's not a
mean,
clam. It's definitely not
Clams?
a clam. It's big. It's a big shell. It has a lid on it. Anyway, they're loading those in kind of right now and pulling stuff out of them. They're also pulling out like long tubes as well, like in various different states as you guys are approaching, I assume, approaching Glacia.
I am at least.
Okay, you step up and Glacia's kind of looking and she's like, hi,
Oh,
thank you, again.
You're very welcome, Queen Glacia.
My mother would have liked you a lot.
I think I would like her a lot too.
No, you wouldn't.
Queen Glacia.
Nah, no,
I like
you
this
wouldn't.
kid.
This is good. This is a good kid. Queen Glacia, have you ever heard of Master Kai?
Yeah, Uncle Kai.
Uncle?
She nods.
When did you meet?
I've never met him. Mom talked about him sometimes.
What did she say?
She said he was a hero, and that she told me this story where he stopped this really evil guy, and then he became, even though he was from the material realm, he became the leader of the fire plane.
Well, Queen Glacia, that's my father.
But she looks kind of offended. But you're blue.
I know. It's been strange for me too, but that guy over there, and I point to Seika.
She smiles. Like she goes from looking like kind of like you're a liar, and then she immediately is like distracted. And she's like smiles at you. Yeah?
He was sent by my father to find me.
Really? From Uncle Kai?
Yeah.
Oh. She looks towards Seika and she turns back and goes, are you sure that he's not his son?
I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I asked.
He's got more rainbows than you.
Well, sometimes important things come from unimportant looking sources.
My mom said not to judge a shellfish by its shell.
Well,
Can
that's a
Borky
good lesson.
immediately bonk his head on something right this second?
Sure.
Ow! How was that even there?
I've been thinking, Glacia, maybe it would be good if we talked more. If the planes talked more.
Really?
Yeah. I think it would be really neat if you could come to the elemental plane of fire sometime and I don't know, maybe...
You want behind you as you look past, you see River just going no, no, and you see Glacia go, I can do that.
Seika is also kind of tensing up just a little bit.
You guys get this image of her stepping into the fire plane, just like sizzling away.
Yeah, it's just like
Only
fucking
poops.
evaporating.
Granted, as long as the precautions are taken.
Oh, okay, maybe when I'm older.
Someday, just someday.
Oh, by the way, and she kind of leans forward.
Yeah,
We're gonna give you presents.
that's really neat. Thank you so much.
We're gonna give you. She kind of goes on her hands. We're gonna give you those presents, and she points. You can see them still like dragging in stuff. And
Holy
also,
crap.
your friends,
Huh?
the 4 friends you have,
Uh-huh.
the long friends,
Uh-huh.
the sparky friends.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna see if we can take them to the material plane for you.
Oh.
And same with the seahorses. And she points towards Borky and Panic, who are still like the moment they turn their heads, the entire back is like just filled with seahorses. Like you can't even see the hair anymore.
I want to imagine both of us have this wild, untamed hair floating everywhere, and just like I want to believe that the seahorses are just trading back and forth between the two.
Eventually, both our hair gets tangled up, and we have to like pull away from each other.
No. We have another trade dispute.
Oh, jeez.
Glacia, we all really appreciate that. We really do.
Speaking of gifts, and you watch as Captain River kind of steps forward. Are more magically inclined have composed spells from our plane's origin. Perhaps you can take back with you for your rather arcane influenced friends.
Absolutely.
And they begin to pull out a bunch of various, again, they don't have paper down here. So various different scrolls that are on various different types of fish or whale or dolphin, shark, manta, like every single type of, you know, sorry animal lovers, but it's the only way they can do it. Various different species of animal. Some looks like it's dragon too, as well.
Whoa.
Yeah. The bigger
Holy
spells,
shit.
definitely. So, get out your lists. This is what
Got
you
'em.
get.
Yep.
Here I go.
For the sake of ease, should I just hang on to all the scrolls?
I'm still gonna write them down, but sure.
I mean, I'm writing all this stuff down in the bag of holding at this point.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah,
God
true.
bless. All right. Borky's just like takes off the sack and just places it carefully.
Well, careful, because you're gonna get water in there if you open it up in...
Just absorb the limit of the bag.
Oh God, we don't
of
actually know
water.
what's in that bag.
We
yet.
just
Actually-
see the.
The bag of holding wouldn't. The hole absolutely would. The hole would absolutely get fucked up if the water gets in it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you probably could, like, oddly enough, if you were able to. Oh my God, there must be some way to.
If they want to give us 10 minutes, I can throw up the tiny hut and we can transfer it that way.
Sure, if you want to. Whichever, we'll just say whichever one you want to do, you can, and we'll just, you know. So. Also, I'm echoing in someone's microphone, and I don't know who that is.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing it.
I'm not hearing it either.
Are you maybe
no
hearing
idea.
it from Wallfly?
Yeah.
No, it's not from Wallfly. It's
I have my
someone's-
headphones on.
Same.
Okay. Well, if I hear it again, I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Bitches.
Double check your volume in your headphones. All right. So, first scrolls. A scroll of frostbite.
Oh.
Got it.
A scroll of ray of frost.
One scroll. Got it.
And a scroll of shape water. Those are
Okay.
cantrips. So you can make a note of those being cantrips.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
In first level spells, these scrolls are nicer, but they're still kind of amateur. Create and destroy water.
Create, destroy. Okay.
And ice knife.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's a good spell.
That's
We
a
have
spell
two
you've never
scrolls.
heard of before, because that's a Xanathar spell that you did not have access to.
Actually, we have heard of it because I already have a scroll of ice knife.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I just need to shut my face. All right. Level 2. Snillock's Snowball Storm.
Please
God.
spell that.
Snilloc is how I have it written here in my notes. So if I spelled that wrong,
Snillock's snowball storm.
Ball storm. Okay.
that's your second level. Third level spells.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of these.
Oh boy.
Create food and water.
Oh. Yep.
A scroll of elemental weapon, cold.
Oh.
Oh.
Elemental weapon. What? Sorry.
Cold.
So an ice weapon. Cool. Next.
Sleet storm.
That's
Shit.
A good spell.
Get fucked.
Next.
Tidal wave.
Jesus. Okay.
Wall of water.
Cool. Next.
Water breathing.
Okay.
Handy.
Yep.
Water walk.
The Jesus spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus. Jeepers.
4th
All right.
level spells.
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
shit.
Control water.
Okay, next.
Elemental bane. Cold.
Okay.
Ice storm.
Oh fuck.
Holy fuck.
And watery sphere.
Hey, Winter. Hey, Willow. All these
Yeah.
fucking
Oh
spells.
yeah.
She's gonna get a lot of
Willow's gonna
paper
be
when we get home.
scary.
5th level.
Oh
my God.
Oh my god.
Cone of cold. If you remember, that's what that ice hag did to almost kill you guys.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next.
6th level spells.
What?
What?
We can't even cast these.
They're scrolls though. Investiture of ice
Okay.
and wall of ice.
Okay.
Those ones are on the dragon skin.
Someone gonna get fucked.
And they are all handed off to you.
Holy fuck.
In the bag.
It's in the bag.
My list is fucking extensive on treasure. Jesus. We're only
Yeah.
halfway there.
Wow.
Live and on a prayer.
All right. You watch as once all of these scrolls are handed off to you. It's like a conveyor belt as they're being loaded in. You watch as Captain River goes, hopefully that is satisfactory in terms of a reward.
And then some.
Oh, this is more than enough.
So what will you do now? Are you thinking of heading out immediately or, well, leaving with the pirates?
I don't
Before-
believe we have any. Oh.
Captain Rivers, before I go, I personally would like to make a suggestion.
You watch as she looks towards Glacia, and Glacia kind of nods at her, and she looks back and she goes, our numbers are squandered, but we shall consider it.
This is more of a long-term thing.
Our numbers are squandered, we will consider it.
I would like to develop a coalition between the planes. Nothing major, nothing that would require a lot of contact. But at least on behalf of my father, something to make sure that this doesn't happen again between the four.
Then have your father send us something.
I shall.
She nods. She's not trying to be mean, she's just, she's a figure.
She's a water ganassi, I get it.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I have one.
so-
I have one small concern. Even if we do say our goodbyes to the captain up on the surface, we need some way to get to the Earth plane of Earth.
Seika has that.
Looks to Seika.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
No.
Don't.
No, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
He does not. You need to talk to the Great Leviathan, so you need to
Yep.
ask about that.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait,
A great Leviathan, man.
Why are we suddenly in a Mel Brooks film?
I don't know. We actually
that-
we
Go ahead.
actually need to speak to the Great Leviathan about that.
They exchange a look. And you watch as Glacia kind of leans forward and goes, he likes you very much.
Just smile at that.
Come with me. And you watch as she begins to swim just straight upwards.
Oh.
You watch as Captain Rouge like Prince, Queen Glacia, follow us. She begins to swim as well.
Okay, here we go.
You guys swim for a while, straight up. And as you do, you eventually reach the top. And the moment you reach the top, there's like this swirling whirlpool. It's not violent like the Abyssal Trench, but it is powerful. And as you guys gently rise up, I'm going to change the sound.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
You watch as Princess Glacia kind of looks up and goes, oh, great Leviathan, please speak to the ones who had rescued us so. They wish to ask a favor of you. She kind of looks to the rest of you and kind of gestures forward.
Move forward then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys kind of gently
Yeah.
swim forward. You guys are gently pushed back. You're like, swim forward, and then, You watch as the whirlpool, as it swirls around, begins to slow, and suddenly you're all coiled around by this massive water current that takes the form. The front face is strange. It's not consistent. It's malleable. Yet you can see a jaw with sort of jagged teeth. You can see a sunken spot for eyes and these long kind of front limbs. The rest of it is just a flowing sense of water. But it coils around. You can't help but get the uneasy sense that it is looking at you.
She said it likes us, right?
As you say that, Panic, you watch as the water kind of bubbles around you and just a bunch of bubbles come bursting out from under your clothes. And kind of tickle your nose a bit, and the seahorses kind of dance around and then go back into your hair.
It's okay, my children.
Greckles
Oh, your children, huh?
will swim forward a bit.
Great Leviathan. We're in great need. We need to travel to the elemental plane of Earth to rid the Oni curse that dwells there, much as it dwelt here, and the elemental plane of air. We seek your guidance in achieving this task.
You watch as the Great Leviathan's massive head. This thing is bigger than the front of the pirate ship, by the way, the head alone. You watch as it turns the eye and looks towards you, Seika. You can't help but feel it going through you. But not in a way that is judgmental, but forlorn. You feel as if something burns you tight around your neck, similar to the nightmares you experience with the Elder Tempest. This is the Leviathan telling you something. And then all at once it goes away. Its eyes turn back to Greckles. And it nods towards you, Greckles. Are you guys all ready to go to the elemental plane of Earth?
I have one quick thing that I was gonna ask before we got here, though. I'm low on food. Rations would be good.
They can provide you fish.
Yeah, like at least something to bring the number back up.
I'll say again, because they got totally fucked up, 5 rations, like 1 for everybody. I would say that's all they got.
That's
Okay,
fine.
I have 13 rations, so I think we're good on that. Plus, if we're really in a tight spot, we can do create and destroy, or create food and water.
Okay, well that's it. That's all I got.
Rations and
I have 14
berries.
rations.
I'm trying to take a little bit of something from every realm to bring back home, but I think I'm good.
We got, dude. I
You
got a
guys
fucking
have a
giant.
lot in those bags.
No,
think-
I mean for sentimental and educative reasons. But I mean, we do have the Kraken Priest Rove, the Evolution Stone, stuff like that.
I have a giant Oni skull.
You have
That's
4
staying.
giant
That's
That is
electric
staying,
eels.
by the way. I forgot to specify that they're sealing that back in that bottle. They're actually going to keep that and reseal him in the elemental plane of water.
Oh, grumble.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that last session. You don't get to keep that. That needs to be like put away so he doesn't come back.
Do you want Kosui to come back to material realm task?
Do you want more Oni? Because that's how
Fuck
you
it,
get
I'll
more
pants him
Oni.
again.
You'll pants him again.
Oh, well, whatever.
Sorry.
No, I'm Task just sitting there with his fucking carving knife. I'm used to it by now.
It's okay, Task. We'll make a fake one when we get back.
It actually would be a lot of fun.
We'll make you a pinata that you can carve.
All right, I guess we're ready then.
Mm-hmm.
Is there something I could do to try and figure out what that burning around my neck was supposed to be?
Go ahead and roll an insight check with advantage.
It's thinking about it. There it goes. 21.
You get the sense that this is the Great Leviathan's way of warning you that things in the fire plane might be even worse than you suspect.
Cool.
So, you guys are ready?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Let's
so.
do it.
You watch as the Leviathan kind of leers its head up, and Princess Glacia kind of turns and goes, "This is our time to go. The Leviathan will take you to the elemental plane of Earth. Thank you. Again. Master Seika."
Yes, Your Majesty.
If even half of the fire ganassi in the elemental plane of fire as are amazing as you are, it must be a wonderful place. And you see as Captain River's like, "Okay, we're gonna go now." And she kind of grabs her hand.
That's enough of that.
And you watch as she kind of stops and she turns, she goes, "Thank you. I mean that. Best of luck." And you watch as they swim away. And as they swim away, the whirlpool begins again. But this time you can see the Leviathan's face in it as it swirls around and around and around and around and around and around and around. I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws for me.
Can someone roll for me? I still can't get
Yeah, I will. You have a plus.
Oh, I do a big barf. That's a 7.
Oh, that's
Uh,
a
no.
9.
No,
You're
that's a
fine.
5.
Yay.
Fucking
Panic, Greckles, and Seika. That fish isn't sticking around for too long in your bodies. And as you guys swirl around, you kind of like clench your eyes closed because it just becomes too much to bear. The bubbles and the different debris in the water as you spin round and round and round and round and round. Eventually, I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws for me.
At least
Fuck
I'm
me.
trained in those.
Why didn't I learn? Yay!
22.
Oh, no.
God.
Oh no, Remy.
I want to just picture that it's just a
18.
standee of Remy
Oh,
just like
Morphe.
whipping back and forth.
That's a really bad roll. All right. All of you guys slam into the ground. Unfortunately, Remy was the first one who immediately gets dogpiled by everybody else. And as you guys all land, you're like, that wasn't so bad. And then Borky is just like the cherry on top and just slams into you guys.
Thanks, guys.
We all go scattering like bowling pins.
Nice.
Ah!
You guys, one second.
Oh, my neck weird.
You
That
guys
was way less fun.
kind of lift yourself up and you see grass. You've forgotten what grass is like. And earth that you can stand on.
Wait, one more test. Task holds his hand out and summons his weapon.
You watch as Eos arrives in your hand.
Oh, this is heavenly.
This is heavenly. You guys see a sprawling flatland that extends past the horizon. And you have entered the elemental plane of Earth. And that is where we're going to take a break.
Sweet.
All right.
Egg salad. I'm gonna go take a pee.
I'm going to go feed my cat.
We did it, lads. We made it to the plane of Earth.
We sure as heck did. Halftime show, baby.
Oh, are you here?
Yeah.
Fox is here.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's the halftime show. I got to come in and do the shtick.
He's got to do the bit.
It's the bit. I'm still. I can't get over the dinky thing is killing me.
That was
I fucking
so
hate Connor.
funny.
I was like, are you kidding? Dinky, Blinky, Twinkie, and fucking Clyde over here.
Clyde.
Yeah, here I am, Clyde. It's me.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Namco's favorite, Clyde.
Oh my god.
That was so funny.
Make it stop.
So, anyway, how about them bits?
How about them bits? Well, we just got 200 bits from Max at 2 million saying Bosco lives. Nice. 1,000 bits from Strange Birdie. If you kill mice and they fall into a vat of beaten eggs, then is then baked at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, would it then be called a dead mouse frittata? No. Chris Goody with a bit, finally on land. Kaze with 200 bits. Bosco, why haven't you been talking? Nights were mentioned. Nights. No, I think it was daytime, actually. It's hard to tell underwater. I don't really know.
Which one of us is going to revolt next?
Right.
We'll keep going.
That's all. I got them all. Those are all the ones that we've gotten so far on the
That's
break.
everything. So let me go ahead.
There,
and,
Cosmosis with 100 bits. I gotta wait for them to come in, bro. Here's one. If you're a dead detective trying to catch a living anime thief, you could call it Dead House Zenigata.
Wow, that's a pull.
Alawala Bingo with the bits saying, hey guys, fun game so far. Dinky killed me. Taka's treat. Taka's a treat. Do you think River has a Let's Player sibling called Stream? No.
Oh
Definitely.
my god.
No. Skyblaze with 10 bits. Land! That's a splat sound effect.
What other puns do you got for us, chat? Now that I'm looking at you,
I'm prepped. Let's go.
yeah,
Let's
I'm
hear it.
looking directly straight at you.
Dude, Earth Plane. All day, every day. We got Burnout. Vaughn with 100 bits saying, is it wrong? I want the Earth Plane to just be Mad Max. Travis A. Carey with 120 bits saying, come at me, Ed. I'll toss you with your a nage.
What?
I don't know. Travis is weird. Dread Hunter with 400 bits. You guys forgot to say bye to Captain Bulwark. Also, if you are looking for a new Iron Kingdoms, I don't think I've heard of Iron Kingdoms. Interesting.
Neither have I.
Yeah. Iron Kingdoms. Full
Also,
metal.
we did not forget to say goodbye to Captain Bulwark.
Yeah, I
We
think the party made a
chose
choice not to talk to them.
We kind of wanted to like keep this train going and like get this shit going.
We got Haunch Paunch with 500 bits saying, on a flight to New York, the flight attendant came around and asked coffee or tea. I said coffee. They said wrong. It's tea. Damn.
Okay, so
Sky
now-
Invictus with some bits saying Bosco is doing his best mark. I don't know what that means. I didn't roll. Because I rolled a 1 maybe. That might be it. That's
Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
gonna assume that's it. Callum with 200 bits saying it's pretty much midnight for me. So April Fools, I pranked you with bits. Goat him.
God damn. You drunkish bastard. I'm gonna get you back for this.
ZN Lida with 500 bits. Streamlabs ate my last bit drop, so here goes. No bad puns this time. The dead will fight the living. Dead House Sonata. Thorian with 100 bits, hoping for the existence of another Azamar for Noct and the less good aligned gods. Chris Goody with some more bits saying, so everyone, what do you fear will be in the Earth plane?
I mean, the fucking giant spiders that we were told were gonna be the big bads.
Seriously, I think some people in this party have acrophobia, so like it's not going to be a good time.
That's a fear of heights.
Clep, that's what I said.
Arachno?
What? No, don't be stupid, Zito. Kleptic, thank you so much for the 500 bits. All that talk about failure being what makes it an adventure, but the real failure was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah!
Pegleg Bob with 100 bits. I'm making a map of Alivast, and I theory that Alivast looks like fantasy Vancouver Island. Thoughts? That's a Monty perspective. Let's see. Zenlito with 200 bits saying, Sky, if High Inquisitor Alaric had memory issues, it would be dead ass Forgata. That's the sound of crickets. We're just asking you to be better. That's all. I know you're smart. Like come on, Zen. You're better than this. It's 2 weeks in a row.
That actually made me burp.
Flustered Bun with 100 bits. Bosco, don't deprive me of my weekly dose of Remy. Hey man, 2 doses of Remy a day. Keep the ones away. I don't know. 20 BMG with the 500 bits. Sadly, my first bit drop got missed. Just wanted to say, Bosco deserves an Oscar. I do.
Yeah, for all that hard acting you've been doing tonight.
It's true, man. I've had to act like a complete mute.
Guys, y'all
You're
act like
around it.
y'all act like ellipses isn't an option in every Telltale game.
True. Defective Sheep with the 300 bits. If you're a dice company fighting the craving for dice, would it be Die Hard Dice Sonata?
You ruined it. You added an extra word.
It's true.
Unfortunately.
Farnham the Drunk with 10,000 bits. Kind of light on the bits tonight. Don't worry. I'll fix it.
10,000.
Yeah.
Kind of light, he says.
SSF Shadow with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 bits. Just wanted to donate to my favorite D&D stream. Well, thank you, Shadow. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Lynch Wannabe with 300 bits. I want to do a pun with Vine Sauce's Gungaga for the
the
Dead
Final
House
Fantasy
Sonata puns, but I'm not getting anything. Help. No.
Nah, you can't meet Gungaga that. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom.
Seriously, if I find one spider on this ladder, I got fear of spiders. So I got acrophobia, y'all. And I hate heights, too.
Can we start a poll?
Meisterwurst with 5,000 bits. It's payday, so bits for the bits god and dice for the dice throne.
Excellent.
Bosco, every time you do the arachnophobia joke, I die on the inside. Good, Probate. Good. Roan with 100 bits.
So.
100 bits for the Bulls. Thanks. Elated Megalodon with 100 bits. Yo, so Japanese spider demons are a thing. Monty's about to have some fun with you, isn't she?
Oh,
Maybe?
boy. Maybe.
Oh, boy. Okay. The Burbinator with 500 bits. If you left some cheese out for a long time, would it be old-ass burrata?
Wow.
Bryosaurus with 100 bits. I want to say thanks, Monty and the gang, for inspiring me to try my hand at being a DM. I just ran my first session of Tyranny and of Dragons for 6 players, and I wouldn't have been inspired to do so without you guys. I inspired to be as good of a DM as Monty, and then an extra bit at the end.
I'm back.
Well, thank you so much. Zan, thank you so much for the bits. Got a pun. Could Taco with his smooth voice moonlight as Sinatra?
Moonlight. Oh, that one took some. That was clever. That was clever.
There's some thought there, yeah.
Magic with 100 bits.
Hi, I'm back. I'm just gonna answer a couple questions. There are no
Yeah.
Azamar of the evil gods. Those were devils and demons are for. So.
Magic with 100 bits. I heard thunder and thought there was a storm going outside my house. Turns out it was just the stream.
Yep. It was in
Hot
the
damn.
background music.
Shadow Fox Master, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. We've got Flustered Bum with 200 bits. I had one of those big mosaics. Mosquitoes hit me in the face on my way to work while driving today. So giant spiders would only make my paranoia worse.
Oh, mosquito eaters. Those things are
Mosquitoes
cool. They're like,
are
They look like giant mosquitoes, but they.
Yeah, no.
Those are actually one of the few bugs that freak me out.
No,
Really?
here's the thing. They look
Yeah.
freakier than they are. It's what's so sad.
I know that they're absolutely harmless, and they are a huge help to keeping mosquito levels down, but they terrify me.
Lynch with 200 bits. By the way, the face, that face when you got into a first session, die immediately and get reincarnated as an Earth Ganassi. Magic with another 100 bits. So tomorrow's April 1st. Anyone got good pranks that they did or had done on them?
My favorite prank is when you don't.
My
play a
favorite prank
on
was
April
Yeah, I'm
Fool's.
kind of. I really don't like April Fools. I'm gonna be real.
People take things
Also,
a little
They take it way too far.
Speaking of April Fools, this year I'm going to be absolutely 100% guaranteed for sure, making sure that the Unexpectables Twitter remains safe and secure. Last couple of years we've had issues. This year we're not going to have an issue.
Yeah.
I hope they're more secure than your dice when you roll them. Boom! Rippington with 500 bits. If Kurt were turned into a rodent and were killed, would we have a dead mouse Takahata?
Why would he have to
keep your day job.
die for? Oh, because dead, right? Got
Are
it.
we all back?
Sure.
I think so.
Is Connor here?
Connor?
Yeah.
All right, we're all back.
Cool.
Let's keep.
Connor, just so you know, Marcus Otera is the next one that I stopped at.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, as you guys kind of stand up, you notice behind you that there's just a waterfall rushing down. There's just a hole in the sky where just water's pouring out.
Is the ground all like
perfectly
irrigated
natural.
and soggy?
Yeah, it's getting muddy really quickly.
Does it look like it's been here for a while, or?
The water? No, it's
Yeah.
new. It's definitely new.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just like pouring out.
Gotcha.
Yet Seika is moving away from this waterfall as quickly as possible and working
Yeah,
very hard to
scrambling
dry
away.
himself off for the first time in
Just as it
far too
closes,
long.
Glacia comes out. Whee!
I'm with you guys now. Let's go.
You're my husband now.
Yeah.
You didn't say no, that means we're married.
You guys scramble away, those who do, and begin to dry yourself off using various means of prestidigitation or what have you.
I set my internal Bunsen burner to high.
Yeah, you like a heater in like a hockey rink, like just like
legitimately
intensify.
even the parts of his body that are normally orange, everything just burns with a brilliant, like bright blue, like a whitish blue for a moment, as he's just like, warmth, dryness.
Feels
I imagine-
good. All of your legs hurt, by the way.
Yeah. I imagine he's got a primer like a like a stove.
Yeah, the clicking noise. Like,
Uh-huh.
I knew this was going to suck. I said it was going to suck. Why did I come here?
your hams are suffering.
My hams.
Your hams or hands?
Come on, Panic.
My
We're
hams
halfway.
have been steamed.
We're halfway there, Panic.
I'd like to pull out my spyglass and do a looky-loo around.
Okay, roll a perception check with advantage.
22.
God for advantage.
You stand in the field and do a full circle and see absolutely nothing but grass.
Holy shit.
Well, I have good news and bad news. We're surrounded by air and land. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have to pick a direction.
Oh god, there are no landmarks or anything?
Sadly, no, it's just all grass.
Fuck. Hang on.
I'm not gonna
Maybe
lie, I'm a
there's
fan.
something I can do.
I'm a fan of the color. Porky gestures.
The sky is like similar to the water plane, and the airplane is just kind of the stagnant, normal color. Seems consistent. Actually, oh, sorry, no. The elemental plane of air, the sky is kind of like dawn, usually. Like during the actual day hours, it just looks like permanent dawn. In the elemental plane of water, the daytime is like midday. Here, it's constant sundown. So there's kind of like a orangeness to the sky.
Oh man, it's a
Golden
Westerner.
hour.
It's fantasy.
Dude, that's metal.
I like that.
Okay,
It's golden.
so I'm gonna tell you this right now. I know we can't play it, but there is a remix of the Mandalorian theme in Bardcore. It's that. It's fucking that right now.
Well, we need to pick a direction.
Panic
Hang
said he
on,
had
let
an
me-
idea for that.
Let me see. No. Thought I had something. Although it's good that there's a sky here. If there's people off in the distance, I could probably get their attention.
Here's a question. Is it all just flat land, or does it seem like there's an incline in a certain direction?
Nope, it's all flat.
All flat, eh?
Oh, we've teleported to Wyoming.
Does any of us have a dice set? Because I was just gonna say we pick a cardinal direction
have
by
a-
rolling a 1d8.
Do I?
Have a collision.
I have my deck of cards.
I have a... What is this? Yeah, I have dice. So I'm gonna roll a 1d8, and we'll pick a cardinal direction and just head that way. With 1 being north.
1, 2, 3, 4 will be, the equivalent, and then, 5, 6, 7, 8 will be the equivalent. So, like,
Yeah. So, here we go.
4. That's going to put you guys westward.
Alright, we go west.
Okay.
You
Wait,
guys
do we have
begin.
a compass?
It'd probably be spinning in circles.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't believe we do.
All right, you
Wait,
guys.
first... No, never mind. Never mind.
From your position of exiting out of the water, you look to the left and you begin to move that way as a group. The ground here is solid and is no different than that of Alivast itself and the different places you've been to. And the grass is lush. It doesn't grow higher than maybe like a couple inches to 3 inches, but it is refreshing. It smells really nice.
Well, at least the view's nice.
I'm gonna keep my spyglass out, and just whenever
Roll
we
a
go a certain
perception
direction,
check.
just keep going. Here I go.
Oh.
Here we go.
9.
You guys walk for 3 hours, and like Task is like spinning in circles, like just trying to see something. And eventually, Task, you're just like you get kind of dizzy from doing it, and your eyes are hurting just from looking through it. And like you know when you like put your eye on like something for a while, and like makes your eyeball all tingly and feel weird. It's just you're like getting kind of tired.
Like pinches his eyes with his thumb and his index finger. Like, okay, I don't know if I'm making us go nowhere or somewhere, but if anyone wants to take a crack at this, go for it. I hold my spyglass out.
Oh boy.
I'll give it a look.
You guys continue walking in the forward direction. You're able to tell how forward you're going because if you look behind you, you see your guys' path in the grass. You proceed forward. Another 2 hours pass. Greckles, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Yeah, 11.
Boy, howdy.
You guys, first of all, you ever go on a hike and like you're just like you get like halfway and you're like, are we done? And you're just not done. Physically, you are all in agony right now. Even the athletic types right now are like the back of your like calves are burning, the soles of your feet are burning, your shoulders feel like you've carried like 50 pounds of groceries on either side. Like you all feel awful, and the grass doesn't end.
Perhaps we should take a moment.
Yeah.
Now, how opposed are we to starting a fire?
That'd probably be really bad.
Okay, just want to cover that.
Maybe we should take a break.
Very well.
So small break then.
You guys like do like a little sitting circle, and you guys take a break. You guys, I'm assuming like you don't have to write off a ration, but I assume you pull out rations and eat them and whatnot.
Eat some grass.
Yeah.
Mouthfuls of
Yeah,
grass.
we're just gonna open grace
grass.
for a minute.
If I was playing a Minotaur, this would be a fucking banquet.
If only Kinuchi were here.
Is there a particularly strong wind here?
No, there's no wind here. There's none at all.
I've got a silly idea.
That's unnatural.
Seika, you would know this, that similar to the water Ganassi and the fire Ganassi, the air Ganassi and the earth Ganassi have that sort of rivalry ship. They don't like each other that much.
Right. Because the air plane is always attacking the earth plane with tornadoes.
All right, Mark, I grew up in Tornado Alley.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, just.
It's not that you're right. It's wrong. It's just, you know.
Hey, Money.
You shouldn't say it.
Hi.
Can I roll a survival check to see if there's like any game around here?
Sure, absolutely. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
You find the game of
Oh,
story.
holy
Natural
shit,
20.
Ooh.
Very nice. You kind of look around in the air, and you're like, of course there's not going to be fucking birds. Like, you think about it for half a second, but you're smarter than that. And you think, you kind of start digging. This is pretty normal for you in Iron Oath to, dig for food and stuff. And as you dig, you do find, like, a giant beetle. Like, a huge beetle that's maybe, like,
Whoa.
a foot long. Like, you just pull it out, and the moment you pull it out, it starts, like, the little feet start wriggling, and it looks a little distressed.
Long,
Whoa!
long beetle. Long beetle earth
Just-
plane.
I
Find that thing.
Taskless like smiles and looks to everyone else. I think we've been doing this all wrong, gentlemen. We don't walk along the earth, we dig inside of it.
Fair.
Oh my
Either
God,
we
are we
find
in-
a cave or either we find a cave or we start digging.
Bonnie,
Mm-hmm.
are we in Minecraft?
Don't say those words to me.
Those are cursed words.
Are we in Terraria?
Does anybody want to roll a knowledge nature on that beetle?
Sure.
Sure.
I don't have that.
That's a beetle.
It's a beetle.
That's a
Okay,
beetle.
hold on. Wait. Let's
Now,
go
Monty,
for 3.
I think I've
Let's
got a
go for
little
3.
bit of a right to.
Ah.
The
15.
extra
Look.
planar creature rolled the highest.
Look, just because Connor, you watched a beetle suplex another beetle out of a tree, including his beetle wife, does not give you any advantage on nature checks against. We watched some like National Geographic shit. It was really funny. Anyway.
Ass off.
Okay. There's 2 natural ones in that check.
Yep.
Okay. Task, make a Constitution saving throw for me. As Seika, the moment you turn around and see them holding that beetle, you recognize what that is. You've seen them.
Stink bug.
No, it's not a stink
9.
bug. Oh no. Task, you are blinded as the fire beetle lets out this luminous light right out of its tail end, and you're like, ah! And you drop it on the ground as you're completely blinded. It only lasts for like a minute, but you get your sight back.
Oh,
and you drop the
son of
beetle
a
on the ground.
bitch! You got flashbanged by a beetle.
Don't
I
look
got
right at.
flashbanged.
If you look right
It's a
at,
fire
it's gonna hurt
beetle.
your eyes.
I hope your intention was not to eat that.
Is
It like shuffles over to like another piece of ground and begins to dig and tries to like burrow itself back under the dirt. Like it's just like, how dare you do that to me? And just kind of shuffling in the dirt.
Break into
my
home.
I pick up a fucking rock and I throw it at the spot where it digs under. Like, fuck you, get out of here.
Although, that is a good idea to just start digging. Do we have anything to dig with, though?
Tass is like banana cat facing, like with tears in his eyes, holding his thumbs up, like, yeah, great.
Well, you
I could
guys had
probably do
Digsby
something.
right now.
Right?
Okay.
I heard he'd dig a hole for 5 copper.
I might
He's
be
gonna
able
get
to.
rich here.
I might be able to substitute as something. Are we going to
Panic
dig?
becomes an eel again.
I'm okay with digging because there's nothing else to do.
Monty, do beetles count as beasts that I can talk to?
They do, yeah, actually.
Oh my god!
Are you?
All right.
Are we
So
about
then
to
what
have,
you
like,
hear
a-
as it flashes you and it's digging, it goes, "Don't you fucking touch me." It just starts digging.
Oh my god, it's a smoker grandma from Atlantic City. That's awesome.
I was just hanging out with my daughter and they said we look like sisters. Get me a cocktail.
Oh, God.
Yep. Okay, what's your plan, Connor?
Are we trying to dig, or are we going to go on the plains again?
It's probably It's probably a good idea to dig at an angle so we can get out if we need to.
Yeah, if we can either find a cave or we can just dig.
I feel like I'm gonna be doing a majority of the digging, so I'm against digging.
I mean, you're not alone.
I know I'm not, but I'm gonna do the most of the digging. Borky just puts his thumb and his pointer finger around Greckles' bicep.
Well, I wouldn't be too sure about that. Like I said, are we digging, or are we continuing on the surface?
I
No,
believe
let's
we are
dig. We need
digging.
We need a different approach.
Okay. I am going to strum my guitar, and I'm going to polymorph into a giant badger.
Are there official stats for that?
Yup.
Where is
Badger,
it?
badger.
Badger.
Oh, giant
I'm pretty-
badger. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, mushroom. And
I have a 10-foot burrow speed.
What kind of badger?
A giant badger.
Are you perhaps the rare and elusive honey badger?
Depends. Let's see how many fucks he gives.
It's because I'm so sweet.
Right. So Panic, you begin to shovel and dig. Everybody else roll perception checks for me. Remy with advantage and Greckles with advantage because you have the spyglass at the moment.
17.
Now I get a nat 20.
There's that 20.
I got a 6.
As you guys kind of step back and watch Panic do his thing, Task, you scan like the horizon and you see a statue.
Oh, like Task kind of just like
You see a horse statue, like maybe 100 feet off.
Task
How did we
like
miss
pats
that?
someone on the shoulder just like to yell at them, hey, I see something.
Really, what?
There's a statue of a haunt horse. Right, those things. It's one all the way in the distance there.
I
Go ahead.
A long dog?
Yes, a long... Shit, I should have said that.
That's why I was like, you mean the long dog?
Yes, that one.
I pat Badger Panic in the butt. Hey, hold on.
Task found a landmark.
Something about the statue seems familiar as well. Like you've seen it before. Not you, Seika, but everybody else.
I wonder if it's Avon related.
History or religion check?
Not for this, no.
Arcana
Do
check?
you guys approach, or you guys want to stay back and just watch and observe?
How far away is it?
100 feet.
I just looked down at my hole that I dug and
I would like to approach it, but before I do that, I'd like to order it a drink just to soften it up a little bit.
Oh my god. Do you approach, Seika?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys approach, and you watch as it moves and turns its head towards you.
Oh, I hate it! Oh, that's fucking never-ending story bullshit.
I burrow on the ground.
Everybody but Seika roll I'm gonna say at this point roll an Arcana check as it turns and looks towards you.
Oh boy.
Could you roll an Arcana check for me there, Monty?
Why can't I roll good tonight? 13.
5.
Not good, Borky. That's a 7.
Dash
10.
Okay. Everyone who rolled above a 10 passed.
Okay, good.
I don't even know if Remy was there. You guys
hang on
recognize...
just a minute there.
Okay.
I've got to roll my Badger intelligence.
Badger wisdom.
Huh?
That's
Oh,
not bad.
That's not
11.
That's not bad, jerk.
11 with the penalties. All of you would recognize this. Do you remember when you guys saved Willow? Doro summoned horses.
Which time? Oh.
Okay, fucking the one where she got taken by the Silver King, asshole.
Gotcha.
It's not my fault.
Wow.
Anyway, interrupted my explanation. When you guys left town, Doro summoned a bunch of horses using his fine steed ability, and they all looked like this. And this looks almost identical, and it currently is staring at you. You seem to have startled it, and it kind of just looks up. There's no eyes. It's really just like earth and vine and like grass.
So this is a real horse, not a statue?
It looks like a horse made of rocks and vines.
It's a stone horse.
Oh, shit, that's badass.
Okay, now the question is did someone summon this thing, or is it a native?
Yeah, we have to be careful. We don't want to run into the Iron Maiden.
Is it attached to anything like a statue would be, or is it just free floating?
It's just standing in the grass.
Do you understand us?
It just keeps staring at you. You watch as coming over the horizon are 2 more.
Oh god.
Are they? They're
hope-
what?
How tall are these things?
They're the same size of a horse. The ones that are coming cresting over the hill, one's slightly bigger, but not by much.
Okay.
And the other one's maybe around the same size as the initial one that you guys are currently having a staring contest with. Please ignore my cat.
A very scary question. Are more coming out slowly but surely?
They don't seem to be approaching with hostility. They just seem to be kind of mulling about like normal horses would.
Oh, I was more worried about the quantity of them coming out. Just like more start showing up and surrounding us. Like, oh fuck.
Right now you just see 3 and you don't see anything else behind them, and they begin to kind of like approach curiously. It's kind of weird. They're looking at you with no eyes, and they kind of like trepidatiously kind of approach gently.
Hey, Task, can you understand them?
I can attempt. Do you understand me?
You don't hear anything back.
I'm getting a construct vibe from these things.
Or elemental?
Well, either way, that's not something I can understand.
As you guys kind of stand there, they slowly kind of congregate and then make their way a different direction.
And I don't recognize these things at all.
Roll a history check.
17.
You've heard stories of like really famous Earth Ganassi warriors riding these into battle, but like you thought it was just a rumor. But you know, you're seeing it now, and it makes sense.
Should we follow them?
Yeah, I mean, it's a better lead than nothing.
Look, so Connor's Panic's a badger right now.
Well, we could decide right here. Do we want to start digging in the center of the plain, or do we want to follow these horses?
Badger Panic narrows his eyes.
Make your choices wisely.
I don't know what to do in this scenario. This is so interesting. Okay. You probably already said this, but how far away are they again?
They've moved away from you. They're maybe at this point like 60 feet away from you, just kind of going a different direction. They just kind of came up to you, were like, "Oh, what's this?" And they were like, "Yeah, whatever," and just started leaving.
Horses, am I right, guys?
There are tales of these creatures. I did not believe them to be true, but it is said that fearful, really? Oh, brain, catch up. What were we saying?
Earth Ganassi?
Mighty warriors are said to ride them into battle. Perhaps following them may lead us to some form of civilization.
Pioneers used to ride those babies for miles.
God
Yes!
It's
God
a rock.
damn it.
A rock!
I'm in favor of following the wildlife. We might be able to at least find sustenance, if nothing else. You can stay a badger if you want to, Panic. No one's
I
telling you
transform out of being a badger. No. I fucking dug in the middle of the earth for like 5 minutes. For nothing.
Oh, President,
My
take your
legs
nails
hurt.
clean.
I don't have badger fingers anymore. Let's just go.
Let's
Sounds like
follow
a
them.
disease.
Are those just claws?
I guess we follow the elemental horses.
Okay. You do so. You kind of follow a fair distance behind them. Anytime you get too close, they kind of do that horse thing where they go a little bit too fast and kind of like, you get the sense if you get too close, you can spook them. Eventually, you do see more kind of appear, and eventually you're kind of following a herd of maybe 7 or 8 of these. There's even like little ones, like little baby rock horses that kind of show up.
Oh.
That raises a lot of questions, but very well.
It doesn't seem to be a baby in like naturally, but it's like just a smaller horse.
It's
like,
a
really,
pony.
Like it's like a miniature pony-sized one. Yeah. And you guys follow them, and eventually the land actually begins to curve upwards.
Oh
Just
boy.
slightly. Yeah. And as you guys continue forward, at this point, it's getting around nighttime. And you can kind of see off in the distance a massive, just plethora of mountains in the far, far distance. No snow caps on them. They're just giant mountains covered in like the exact same green grass that rolls over the normal hills here.
Ugh. Shit.
Pull out that spyglass, see if I can note anything in the mountainside.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
15.
Okay. As you scan up the mountain, you don't see like holes or anything. You do see like giant, like almost like rock spires that kind of stick out in various points. Looks like you're probably going to hit those before you hit the mountains. But beyond that, you don't see anything. You don't see any like signs of civilization or anything like that.
No society, but we might be hitting up these rock spires before we reach the mountain base.
Well, that'd at least give us some amount of cover.
Though I'm just worried now. How long have we actually been traveling for? And nighttime is now approaching?
Like,
Like 10
7 days.
hours. You guys have been walking for a really long time.
Has there been any no water to be seen of, huh?
Nope.
Shit. Well, we have water skins.
You do,
You're
yeah.
in
It has
Earth
water
country,
in it.
Son. Ain't got no water here.
Well, then I guess we set up camp and figure out what to do going forward.
We should probably ration out our water reserves.
Yeah.
Monty, how thick is the grass?
Not that thick. It's pretty, like you can run your hands through it and it doesn't get tangled. It's a lot less like wild grass and a lot more like lawn grass, if that makes sense.
Does it seem cultivated, or it's just not?
This is naturally occurring. It's kind of like a carpet plant, like something you'd find in like a. Sorry, I did aquascaping, like a fish tank, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll set up camp and take watches, I guess.
Okay. Who wants first watch?
Put me at the precipice of dark.
And put me at dawn. I mean, we can hang out in the bubble the entire time, so we'll at least be physically safe.
Who wants to go? I need 2 more people if we want to do a full watch.
I'll go in between those two.
I can't roll. So
Yeah,
I'll go next.
Thank you.
so you want to go ahead of Task then, Panic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could like sleep.
I'll
Who wants to go first?
before we go, I'll throw up the tiny hut.
I assumed
Could you-
if
Oh, actually, sorry, yeah, Seika's gonna go. All right, yeah. So Panic's first. My bad.
Okay then. Throwing up the tiny hut.
Okay.
a tiny hut is a death sentence. It's a hut and it's tiny.
It's also
got that.
invincible. A perception check.
I'm sure I'd pass you the spyglass.
Below.
Sorry, just 1 second. I'm just checking something real fast.
Okay.
All right.
And
Sorry,
then the purple worm pops out of the ground.
Panic. You're
Yeah.
taking the spyglass.
Yeah.
Okay. Rest of you guys kind of roll up. You're sore. You're so sore. It's like you've had a full body workout for like 3 days with no breaks.
Because that's what it was.
Swole.
You guys all curl up, eat your ration, and curl up for a night's rest. Panic, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception with advantage because spyglass. 13.
Okay. You do see some more of those horses appear, but they just kind of like come and go. This definitely seems to be like a place where they live. The environment seems conducive for them. But beyond that, you don't see anything else.
Okay. Before my shift ends, I'll pull out the Orb of Sending once more. And I'll message Grinelda this time.
Okay.
Grinelda. Oh, okay.
Just checking in. Don't know how long it's been there. We're all right. What is Helena up to? Heard she quit. Any idea about that?
Is one of the words you want to use?
That would be 25, but no. I'll just.
Dude, how many question marks do you want on that?
At least 3.
Not quite Tim Allen, but.
Give me a hot second here just to rate the response here.
Yep.
Hot second. We got that hot second for Monty to write. Y'all didn't think I could bust out an early 70s reference, did you?
I firmly believe you were capable of that, Mark.
Aw, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier,
What?
the early 70s.
Yeah.
Do you know the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is 30 years old?
Don't.
Holy
why
shit.
would you say things like that?
Now that
Wait,
I fucking-
like
wait.
the one with like the animatronics?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shriveling up into a
Seriously.
Oh.
1991, motherfucker. Old.
Back in our day, we didn't have many Ninja Turtles.
Back in
Yes,
my
we
day,
did. We did.
We used to have to walk 15 miles to get
Up
our
in the
image
snow to
comic.
see Raphael.
Uphill both ways.
In the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Gaijin.
I didn't have any fancy
Gaijin.
Ninja Turtles. I had Street Shocks and I liked it.
Gaijin.
Yes.
That came out.
Please go
after
jump off
Ninja
a
Turtles.
fucking bridge.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. When I was your age, I was into fighting Fuda.
Here we go again.
My favorite
Bosco
was...
broke the silence just to dunk on me.
Is Monty still
We
taking
used-
that hot second or something?
Give me I need more time.
This is a really good
Okay.
answer. It's okay. We are 30 seconds away from doing Patrick Warburton impressions, Monty. It's okay.
30 years away from the Ninja
My
Turtles
favorite
movie,
was
apparently.
right.
I'm done. I don't want Tim Burton or whatever to show up.
This all used to be orange groves as far as the eye could see.
All right, Panic. As you are sitting there, kind of like mulling about with the orb in your hand and keeping an eye out, you get a message back from Grinelda. Oh, it's you. Yes, Helena left. Doros is devastated. New opportunity. Lady Saliandris wants an Orin temple restored. Helena stepped up, so there you go.
Oh.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh.
What's up, Panic?
You're sleeping.
You're sleeping.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, it goes, "Ah!"
I just move in from the side of the screen like a stone slab.
Orin Christ, Greckles.
So just to repeat the message, just so it's clear. Oh, it's you. Yes, Helena left. Doros is devastated. New opportunity. Lady Saliandris wants an Orin temple restored. Helena stepped up, so there you go.
Oh, it's you just sells the whole fucking sentence.
Panic has a look on her face that's just like, oh.
It's you.
Right here.
Grinelda's not the most friendly individual.
Probably
Clearly.
Borky's fault.
Probably somehow, retroactively.
I will wake up. Was it Seika who was next?
Nope, it was me.
Task is next.
Task is next. All right, I'll go and wake him up. Your turn, buddy.
All right. Anything else to report?
Nope.
Do I see his face?
Do you want to
Yeah.
insight him? Or are you allowing
Well,
an
I want
insight
to. I want to insight him.
check? If you allow it.
If
Sure.
you will allow. Okay.
All right.
13 both ways.
Do you wish
Boy,
to
that's a-
deceive?
Oh my god.
Go to sleep.
If I rolled a 2, I would have beaten you.
Jesus Christ. Plus 13 to deception?
I used to be a bad boy.
Alright, I'll take my fucking spyglass and I'll get to work.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
18.
Similar to Panic, you do see like a couple of these horses come and go. And as you kind of span, you also notice something in the fields. Bright, glowing lights. Like hundreds of them. And like for a moment you're panicked, you're ready to wake up your companions, but you remember that beetle and how it blasted you, and you're like, oh, it's a bunch of those.
Am I sure of that?
Yeah, with that perception you are. It's the exact same color.
Okay.
You get the sense that they're probably coming now that it's like right in the middle of the night. They're coming out to like feed.
The same one comes up. Oh, it's you again!
Me again, you spiky bastard!
As you're sitting there, you watch as like the ground moves next to you, and you're like, and you watch as one like pokes his head out and like looks around and goes, wrong place, and like goes back into the dirt, and like you watch as it kind of disappears. You get the sense that it was looking for grass, but it's all been crushed by your companions who are sleeping, and they're like,
well, if it's digging up, it would have hit its head on the dome.
It's a hemisphere. It's not a full circle.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hang on.
Yeah, it doesn't like.
Shoto a minute. I should reread the spell.
Okay. Well, can I ask it a question?
Sure, if you want to catch it before it goes.
Yeah.
It's a 10-foot radius hemisphere. And it exists around and above you and remains stationary. It does not say below you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I looked down at this thing before it like digs away. Where were you looking to go?
Grass.
And the most amount of grass is that way, and I point towards the congregation.
You watch as the bee looks up at you. There are ladies there.
Casanova beetle over here.
Well, now you know where they are, unless if you want to. Damn it! No, never mind. I'm like, there are ladies there. Anywhere else that might have a lot of grass? I'm trying to butter this thing up to tell me like landmarks.
He looks over like in a random direction. There's grass.
Of course there is. All right, be off with you. Have a good night.
Grass. It just goes back into the dirt.
Yep.
These things aren't smart. They're not
Oh,
smart.
no. My favorite thing about that, he goes grass, and then he goes into the dirt like stupid dick shit.
You do watch as you look outside the dome. It actually like comes out on the other side of the dome and like starts going in that direction, like kind of waddling, eating grass as it goes.
All right. Well, if that's uneventful, then I'll get Seika up.
Seika, you're roused out of sleep. Yeah.
I put the spyglass in his hand. If you see any dancing lights out there, it's more of those fire beetles.
How do I use this?
You don't. Oh, right. I pretty much show him how to unfurl the spyglass and then to focus it.
Sweet.
It's weird, Seika. You're like, whoa.
I mean, I've seen glass before.
You have,
Right.
but like you've seen like pirates, like not pirates, captain, but like the ship captains have this. You're like, what the fuck are they doing? Looking through a tube, like what weirdos. You never really got it. Now that you're actually seeing through this, you're like, oh, this makes way more sense.
Why don't we have these things?
We get to the plane of fire, and literally everyone's walking around with two of them like glued in place of their eyes.
Oh
And
god,
Seika's
it's like Ed.
Oh,
It's like
I forgot.
I imagine it's like the Ed, Ed and Eddie episode with the fads.
Ad freakers. Yeah,
Ad
with the
freakers.
spyglasses.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wow.
This
What
bit
a
ran long.
reference.
So go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage because of the spyglass. Nice.
17 both ways.
Okay. You see, it's almost like comfortable. The light of fire beetles, you have depictions of fire beetles. Some say they were created between the Phoenix and Zaratan as kind of a gift between the two planes. There's like all sorts of different like stories about them. And there's like a story about like a golden one that's fire is like the most purest form of the flame or whatever. Like there's all sorts of different like, children's fairy tales about the beetles. It is very interesting seeing them out. There's no stars in the sky here like in the material plane, but there's stars on the ground. It's kind of cool. As you look
Obviously,
out,
he's still being stalwart, but he can't help but like try and keep an extra eye out in case one of them might be golden.
okay, yeah, you kind of look out. And as you look out and you kind of bring the spyglass in, you do notice something with that perception check within the dome itself. You see something peeking out of Greckles' pocket.
Oh.
don't know how to proceed with that information.
Do you want to steal from your Denka?
No. Do I get anything else from that other than something peeking out from the pocket?
It is a long piece of porcelain, and it looks familiar to you.
Oh no. Become his destiny. Become his destiny!
I will approach quietly to see
God, I heard
if
the
can get a
groan in your voice.
closer look.
I heard like you trying to restrict the air coming out.
As you approach, it is... You're trying to think about what it reminds you of. You'd have to move it to get a better look.
Oh my god.
Steal!
Is it concerning at all?
You've never seen it before. You're not sure, but something about it is calling to you.
Okay, I guess I'll attempt to free it without waking him up.
Roll a sleight of hand with advantage because he's sleeping.
Snore, snore, snore.
Oh man. That's a 15.
Okay. You carefully lift up the back of Greckles' cloak and reach in and grab, and you pull out a mask. It has two eyes and almost like a smile, and it's made of porcelain. And it looks very close to the mask, if not, like, it looks like it's made by the same person who made Master Kai's mask that you always see him wearing.
I'm looking it over for any sort of like a signature or a sigil or something, just to confirm that.
Okay. You kind of take it in your hand and you flip it over and you look on the inside. And you don't see a signature. It's like perfectly smooth on the inside and the outside, besides the features that are carved in.
This is weird.
The workmanship is immaculate, just like Master Kai's mask.
How much experience or like not handling, but like, witnessing of the mask do I have?
Master Kai's?
Yeah.
All the time. He wears it all the time.
So I'm able to just like say like this is basically the same.
It doesn't look the same. His looks different. Like in form, it looks different, but in make, it looks the same. This is more flat. Like it's more meant for, a human, maybe.
Oh,
Master Kai's looks like it was made for him almost.
right, beak shaped.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to do with this.
You want to put it on? You want to put it back?
I mean, no, I don't. But I do, but I don't.
Oh.
Roll for morals.
I mean... You've presented me with a quandary, Monty.
Do it.
I mean, have we not handled it openly yet? Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Wait, this is the first time I've seen this thing. What level of reverency would exist for Master Kai's mask?
He doesn't talk about it much. It seems he wears it all the time. Even he changes out his clothes, but he'll always wear the mask. You have seen him on occasion without it, but it's usually, he usually has it with him in some fashion. It's never been stated to be a sacred artifact. It's just presumed to be, I guess, just because of its proximity to Master Kai.
Okay, I've decided. In a rare moment of giving in to his curiosity, Seika will hold it up to his face to look out of the eyes and see if he can glean anything from it.
Okay. Your vision goes black. And the world around you melts. And your breath hitches. and you're standing somewhere. The ground is made of hardened starlight sky. And you feel powerful. More powerful than you could even imagine, but not a corruptible power, a satisfying power. It brings a sense of pride, but not one that is arrogant in nature. What do you do?
I'll look around to see if I'm alone.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Nine.
You look around. You've never seen a place like this before. You don't even know what to look for. But you do hear something. Like little voices in your head. You can't make out what they're saying, but you like the voices. They're good. They're not alien. They're not cruel. They don't pry into your mind. You welcome them. You feel really happy. Really happy.
You said I feel powerful. In what way?
Like fulfilled.
Okay.
Satisfied.
Hmm.
Like, you know the feeling when like you've neglected your house and you just clean the whole house and you're done and you're like, yes, that feeling?
Like a pride in.
Yeah, like a really strong feeling of that.
Okay.
And then suddenly you don't feel well.
Uh-oh.
You feel your heart palpitate. You feel afraid. And you start to feel really sick. And that makes you even more afraid. And the voices go out one by one until the last one. And you wake up back in the dome, and the mask is on the ground in front of you.
Well, I both liked that and hated that. Um. Cool. I will slide the mask back into Greckles' cloak.
Roll another sleight of hand with advantage.
Fail.
Shit.
Jesus, you okay?
Yeah, I failed my sleight of hand check.
I was gonna say.
22.
The sense of like that was freaky, and you're like, ugh, you quickly slip it into his pocket and kind of back away. Something about how you felt, like feeling sick, it was like your gut was being grabbed and twisted, and you still feel that tingling sensation in your core, and eventually it kind of fades, but you're like off put for sure.
I'm gonna take the remainder of my shift to kind of center, like, you know, reconnect with the key in my body and just like try and recover from that experience.
Okay.
Still keeping an eye out, obviously, but definitely kind of like taking stock and trying to figure out what just happened and why did I feel what I felt.
You kind of do some deep breathing, and you just kind of like, you know, meditate it out. And once you feel like enough time has passed, and you see kind of a mild suggestion of light, maybe just a little bit, you know now it's time to wake Greckles up.
I will rouse him.
Oh, Kuriyami-san, did you see anything?
No, it was very quiet. However, He kind of shuffles uncomfortably for a moment. I There is a mask on your person.
Yeah. We've had this for a while.
You kind of look over Greckles and you see it in your pocket and you kind of pull it out. I assume you pull it out unless you...
Oh, yeah.
It called to me.
It called to all of us. In a weird sort of way, it sort of showed us our destiny. First Panic, then Task, and now I guess it's my turn. It's a fragment of a god that full of mystery, but it sacrificed itself in order to protect us. So I guess in a weird sort of way, we're trying to find a way to bring him back.
I put it on and I experienced a vision I can't quite make heads or tails of.
That's actually kind of normal, believe that or not. We all experienced... We're not sure. We think we experienced either Liza's pain or things to happen in the future or things about ourselves. You've seen those porcelain weapons that Task and Panic have, right?
I have.
Those are boons that are granted from additional fragments. We think they're fragments. It's really complicated, but we're all connected. And we're all connected through this.
And he taps the mask.
What did you see?
I was in an empty place filled with stars all around. I heard voices, and it felt very pleasant for some time before it didn't. It gradually felt worse. The voices went silent. I felt ill, and then I was free. Back here.
Yeah, the last time that I had worn the mask, it was not a pleasant experience. Felt like something reached in my rib cage and just twisted my organs.
That's a very similar feeling that you just felt. Seika.
I believe I understand.
We still don't know the nature of it, but we're still trying to figure it out.
When we spoke with the Leviathan, I felt a sense of foreboding, as if it was trying to warn me that things at home may not be going very well.
Well, all the more reason to get back there as fast as we can.
Of course. Well, I believe I will retire.
Go and get some sleep. Those are definitely some experiences, so get some rest.
And I will yeet myself off the closest
I eat
cliff
myself
into
to bed.
sleep.
Alright. Greckles, go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Oh yeah, I would have handed you the
Yeah.
spyglass.
The weird tube of looking.
The tube of looking.
21.
Okay. Weird. No rising sun, but the light gets stronger here. It's weird. It's like a rising sun that never stops. You look around. The horses have gone, and the beetles have, over a course of time, like you see the lights kind of go out one by one, as you probably suspect the beetles have gone back underground for the time being.
So nothing really dangerous or foreboding or...
You don't see anything?
Greckles will do his morning prayer.
Okay.
But right afterwards, he's just gonna have a long, hard look at that mask. And just inspect it up and down, left and right.
Nothing different about it.
and just very quickly, he'll just put it over his eyes.
Nothing happens.
It's amazing how I actually feel more relief knowing that nothing happened. All right, well, time to get everyone up.
All right, you guys are all roused by Greckles.
All right, come on, boys. Let's go.
And you watch.
Chorus of yawns.
You watch as the dome pops.
Ugh. Weird that we got to
So-
exactly 8 hours.
What is our post-workout VODs look like now?
Use your
Morning.
We're
imagination.
fucking jacked.
Yeah, we are.
We're all just swole.
We all as soon as the fucking bubble pops, we're all Pillar Man posing.
Oh, shoot, I'm all stiff from the workout yesterday.
Oh god.
Greckles is fucking dieseled.
This is what happens when you train at 3 times Earth's gravity.
3 times for the fucking underwater pressure.
So this is the power of Ultra Instinct.
Oh god.
All right. So where are you guys going? You don't see any horses anymore. They're all gone.
I say we head over to the spires. At least it's a landmark.
I'm gonna write off a ration because I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I
ditto.
should probably eat something.
Okay, we still have quite a bit. So I don't think we'll need to break out anything.
No, and I don't think. Well, Beetle might be good if we figure out a way around the whole fucking flashbang thing. I don't think stone and grass horse will taste like anything.
Are we sure that those aren't dangerous to eat either?
We don't know, but as long as we still have rations, let's head to the spires. Maybe we'll find something there.
I was about to
Okay.
say, we could just get on top of one of the spires and maybe get a better look out.
Well, let's head there first.
You guys pack up your stuff and begin to make your way forward towards the spires. You guys walk. The ground is still somewhat flat, but there are, inclines you have to walk up, which again makes the hams regret. You're less sore than yesterday, but still it's a bit rough. The bottom of your feet definitely hurts. As you guys proceed forward, eventually you do make it to the spires. And it kind of starts off small. The spires maybe are like 8 feet, 10 feet tall. They're kind of like these smooth, monolithic, almost like, is it bismuth? It's like one of those rocks that's just kind of like they put in every video game. You know the ones I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a really angular, geometric looking rock. Seems like it's just kind of growing out of the earth, almost like a tree would, but like it kind of comes out at specific angles.
Is it like the Valheim stones?
Sure, yeah, maybe a bit more, definitely a bit more geometric, and like it has like really flat sides to it, but
Are you talking
very
about
similar. Yeah,
feldspar?
maybe. I'm not a geologist, so which is a shame because I actually did really like geology in school.
I
It was the
thought you
one
knew a
science
lot
I
about
enjoyed.
maps.
It's a stone, Luigi. You
What
didn't
is
make it.
That's marvelous to you, Mario.
While you guys are walking, go ahead and roll for me. Everybody, group perception check for me.
Perception.
I will roll.
Wow.
23.
Well, okay, that's not bad.
Monty, can you roll for me once again?
I'm rolling for you.
The grass is
Soft
exceptionally high here. I
20.
rolled an 8.
Oh, don't you have a 24? I'd give you that spyglass back.
Oh, well then, fuck me, 24.
It was a 19 for Seika,
It's a 14.
who can surprisingly see for once.
Pretty good rolls.
Actual eyeballs.
Eyes in
The
my
average.
fire ganassi?
More like
Perish the thought.
Average blind sense fan. Average eyeball enjoyer.
I am also a
As you
content watcher.
guys, as you guys are walking, you all are kind of walking, and you all immediately notice that there's kind of a patchiness to the grass. And as you guys look down and notice it, you watch as probably about 7 eyeballs just close and drift beneath the earth. Out of sight.
Oh! Is that all?
Wait, 7 eyeballs or 7 pairs of eyes?
7 eyeballs. scattered about around you. Just like you kind of turn, and as your eyes meet it, it just sinks below.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
Do we all just stop and look at each other? Like,
Yeah. Yup.
the fuck was that?
I'm gonna ask whether we should spread out or stay together.
You begin to hear a sound. And you kind of feel the ground rumble beneath you a little bit.
Let's kindly walk back the way we came.
Start backing up.
Yeah, let's like all slowly walk
step
the way we
back.
came in.
Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up.
Task. Can you roll an athletics or acrobatics of your choice for me, please?
Okay, sure, yes.
Oh, boy.
It's great.
That's great.
Oh, great, unnatural.
No,
What? I
come
love it.
Oh.
Come
As you guys are like, let's back up, and you turn to move, you watch as a massive arm just bursts from the ground and grabs Task and brings him into the ground. Task, your body sinks halfway to your waist, and you watch as rising up these two large forms, not huge, but maybe around the height of like Borky, rise up as you see a very strange creature rise out of the ground. It has 3 arms that come from like 3 different shoulder blades. The top, where a head should be, and like a neck and a head, are just these open jaws. And on either corner, sorry, something dropped. On either corner of the jaws are a singular yellow eye. You've seen these before in the Underdark. The Snurfniblim had them. They are an elemental, and you watch as a bunch more burst out of the ground and kind of surround Task and look at him. They don't seem to hurt him, and they kind of look towards you as well with a sort of incredulous look. And they begin to speak. Does anybody speak Terran or Primordial?
We have one.
Speak primordial.
I cast tongues.
Okay. You kind of look and they go, these ones smell of gemstones and metals and things that have never touched our tongues. And they kind of look towards you.
Oh, Carl.
All of you guys make a knowledge arcana check for me.
We
17.
natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 10.
16.
Yeah, I'm half of the earth. 17.
All right. Everybody succeeds. Greckles, you exceed a bit more. You guys saw these in the Snurflims because they were using them to excavate tunnels, actually, in the rock above the mushroom. Greckles, you specifically, when you were staying like in the actual Snurfniblim like homeland, you asked more questions. You were curious. These are Zorns. They're neutral elementals who really, really, really like metal and gemstones. And they definitely seem interested in you guys. And you look around and you're like, oh shit, armor. Like you're looking at the armor that Remy's wearing and like all the different embellishments that you guys have. And it seems they may have caught your scent.
Panic. These are Zorns.
Okay, they're speaking. I understand them. Greetings.
They'll turn like all, it's weird because they have eyes on every corner. Like they're very cylindrical in design. And like they all kind of like, they don't really have to turn that far for one of the eyeballs to just peer at you. And they all do. They're definitely holding on hard to Task. They're very interested in his, the spyglass.
Oh, fuck off!
How big are these things?
They're medium sized, so at most they're probably like 7 to 8 feet tall. But they're stocky, they're wide, they're pretty big, and they appear to be made out of stone and rock.
Hello, my name is Panic.
This
We
one
are
speaks in earthen tone.
kind of.
And
Not
yet
really, but
and they kind of like, one kind of gets up a little close to you, and you're like, and it kind of reaches up with this clawed hand and kind of pokes you in the cheek, and it turns and goes, soft. Not like gemstones at all. Would make for a poor meal.
that's right. We would all make for a very poor meal. None of us are made of tasty metals that you
watch as
are-
it goes to grab Catharsis. This one smells of obsidian. And he kind of tries to grab Catharsis from you.
I bamf it out of existence. Wait, no, I can't do
But they all immediately like get really defensive.
Some of these things belong to us. I understand we are new on this sort of plane of existence, but we like our personal space.
They kind of look towards you.
However, if these will incentivize you, how many of these are there?
7. There's currently 7 Zorn standing
I pull
around
out,
you.
I pull out 7 gold and I flick one to each of them.
Immediately as you flick it, almost like a dog eating a treat or like a single piece of kibble, they like go down on all fours and like they let go of you, Task, and immediately just like starvingly just like slurp it up and like eat it.
I like motion for Task to hurry back to the rest of us.
Yeah, on all fours like a fucking gecko, just fucking bail.
You watch as they kind of like look up towards you and they go, more. We smell more on you. Give us more. And they all kind of begin to kind of like they don't want to be aggressive, but they approach with kind of like a sort of desperate sort of approach.
Now, let's not be hasty. We have some questions being newcomers here, and if you answer them, we'll give you some more.
You watch as they kind of like, they don't turn to each other, but you see the eyes kind of flick towards one another, and like one kind of goes, questions for gold. An even trade, but what are questions? We know what gold is. And they kind of turn back. Speak your questions.
Very well. And by the way, while I was talking, everybody else could understand what I was saying in common as well.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
But going back to Panic is rock, boulder rock, gravel stone.
Technically, I'm speaking to them telepathically. It's just they can understand me, and I can understand them.
Yeah, I know. But they're talking back to you, so they're going to something.
Yes, credit sleep.
What the fuck are these?
Creed.
Even Panic doesn't know.
You won't give me shit for talking to animals.
We have some questions. They are hungry. They like metals.
Metal, much metal! Give us to us!
Now.
Eager.
Probably hungry. Oh God, what are some pertinent questions?
Ooh. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Where are their
Sorry.
Earth Ganassi?
No,
Because Rick got his hand raised in the
I got it.
back.
I got it.
good.
Okay. As Panic has taken sort of the lead here, Seika will just say to him, ask where we may find Vanguard Jade.
Do you know of a Vanguard Jade and where we can find this individual?
They all begin to grumble between each other, like kind of really low and sort of like, we talk about that one is like, we must have gold. And they kind of turn, they go, gold first, we answer then.
Insight.
Go ahead, insight these guys.
Wow.
12.
You can't get a really good read on them because their eyes are in like 5 different directions and they have a mouth on the top of their head. Really hard to read the facial expression of something that doesn't really have a face that works. And they seem very impatient. So,
That is fair enough. All right, I'll pull out 7 more gold and ting, 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 ting.
again, like immediately, they immediately just gobble it up. Like it's like they're human size, so it's like, you know, feeding a child like a single Skittle.
Okay, so do you know the Fantastic Mr. Fox where they fucking flail their arms as they eat?
Mm-hmm.
That. I
It's
just
exactly
see that.
like that, yeah.
I'm only picturing like Gmod flailing right now. It's all I can.
You watch as one kind of goes up, and you notice it's kind of like drooling, and it's like, this gold is the tastiest gold we've ever heard. You watch as the other one goes, no rocks in this gold, it's pure. Dwarven make? And you will hear another one go, do not speak of dwarves, and he spits on the ground. Like, they're all kind of bickering amongst
How does he
each
spit
other.
on the ground when his mouth is the top of his
It
head?
goes up and then comes down like a geyser. It's
It goes
fine.
back into his mouth.
Oh, God. Oh, no, please.
like that one guy with a hot dog.
The biggest,
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
the biggest Zorn kind of steps forward. It's awkward because they have 3 legs. Steps forward and goes, "Meh, we know the Hammer Woman. Don't like her much." And he watches 2 other Zorns go, no. And they just kind of like shake their heads.
Where can we find her?
Where can we find her?
Oh no, I asked that in Primordial.
Yeah, he can speak primordial.
Oh,
so he can
shit.
speak. Yeah.
Well,
You watch as they all kind of look amongst each other. It's like, we do not know where she resides. The tunnels underground where they make their homes they reside. No welcome place for Zorn. They do not like us.
so we were supposed to go underground. God damn it.
Dang it. Tash does a little dance. I was right. I was right.
I'll slot back.
Why are you up here? Only metal and gemstones deep in ground. And you watch as another one goes, but we smell you!
Yes!
Fucking old one.
Yeah, it looks crumbly. You actually notice that one of its arms is just kind of like, there's no arm anymore. It just kind of goes to a
no.
stump. Yeah.
I can feel a little bad for him. We have come to aid the realm. There is something happening, something strange happening.
You watch as the big Zorn goes, you help? Good, feed us more! More gold!
More
More
gold
metal.
for more gold for more questions.
You watch as like another one goes, ah! So many questions!
But it is necessary for delicious gold.
You watch as another one
Is
goes,
it-
that's true.
Is it not? I'll press digitation to the gold in my hands and make it look extra sparkly.
5 for each of us, more questions.
5 times 7,
35.
15, 20. God, how do you do that?
45.
Memorize your times tables, dude.
Yep.
I used to be
Then
really
add-
good at math.
Then add a
Hashtag
And then I
zero.
stopped.
I used to have to do timed tests.
Oh, 30. Right, 35.
35, yeah. So 350.
Well,
Jesus.
if you use the Alivastian gold.
Well, hold on. Before you do
pure
that,
gold is 35.
before you do that, task like ask them if they want something different tasting.
Perhaps we have some things that maybe taste a little different. You could broaden your palates.
What is palette? Gold, metal, gemstones? They all
I
kind of look
hope-
real eager.
I
Perhaps.
hold up.
I said perhaps.
I hold up 7 daggers.
Oh,
shit.
shit. Their eyes just dilate.
Ooh. You're gonna
You watch as the leader turns to you and goes, ask your questions now.
Oh shit. Is there a safe way where folks who can't dig get underground?
They all begin to laugh and go, who does not dig here? And they kind of all begin to guffaw and laugh.
Is there?
They all stop laughing and realizing you're being serious. They turn to each other and go, this one does not dig and yet has so much metal? It makes no sense. And you watch as they all kind of turn and look towards you, and you watch as the leader goes, tell him to give us metal, now!
You didn't answer my question.
If
Yes
you
or
don't
no?
dig, you do not get there. Safe way, many safe way. Wait till the earth struggles. Then a hole will guide you where you must go, if you survive.
Can you repeat that?
Wait till the ground gets angry, then a hole will open up, and you can enter if you survive, is
We
what he
have
said.
to enter via earthquake.
Earthquakes?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Or we
I
could
don't like that.
badger it.
I
Or we
don't
could
like the
badger
sound of
it.
that.
You know, it's
We
okay.
can
I have
badger
slow
again.
fall, guys. We're good.
You're good. Not everyone else is good.
All right. Well, they answered a question. I'll hand them each fucking daggers.
You like underhand throw it, and they snap it like dolphins at like Waterworld or whatever. Like seals at a-
Waterworld?
I don't know.
Hell yeah!
You mean
I-
the movie with Kevin Costner?
How
All the
dare you?
dolphins
No,
in that
I'll
like
have
a-
you know that is still an experience at Universal Studios Japan. That is still a great stellar 3, 4, 5-dimensional experience.
Hey, it could have been worse. You could have said Wonderwall. That would have been great.
Oh my
Anyway, it's like feeding a sea lion at the Vancouver Aquarium. Let's continue.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
You throw them overhand, and they immediately just snap them into their maw. Now they're getting really kind of excited now because
I
they
think
realize
we
you have
should-
a lot of metal.
I think we should take our leave before this becomes more.
I have one more question
Unmanageable.
for them,
We have one final question.
and I
More-
hold up 7 darts.
More delicious treats
they don't
await
seem
you.
interested in the darts. They feel kind of gypped after the daggers.
I mean, I got plenty of them, so
I think I have crossbow bolts. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
24 crossbow bolts.
I have silver bolts.
You watch as like they hear the word last question. They go, no, more questions.
All right.
There's more.
I actually have way more arrows, dude. Let me go ahead and put this. I'll hold up 7.
I have never used my crossbow, so I have plenty of ammunition for this.
Okay. We need to find Earth Ganassi.
Do you know where any Earth Ganassi are? Or civilizations?
Above ground.
Above ground.
You hear them all kind of come about and mold together and kind of whisper to each other, like, they're just like, they turn back and the leader goes, gemstones, and we answer this question.
Let me see
Can
what I have.
Much for the loot last week, guys. I knew it.
I
Can I
mean,
get-
we've got a bunch of junky gems somewhere.
I have silver
We
arrows.
have
Hold on. I have a cube.
God damn it.
we have polished blue quartz, a green eye agate, turquoise, 2 large obsidian, 3 zircon, gray quartz, bloodstone, black and white onyx, tourmaline, watery gold, amber, pale green, golden topaz, rich green paradox, a blue spinel, aquamarine, star ruby,
Do you have
and
numbers? on
that's
these?
it. Definitely no diamonds worth 50.
Nothing
Do you have
else.
Numbers on
Didn't we
these?
have like some like uncut kind of junky gemstones?
Wait a
Do
minute.
we?
I have a
Oh, shit.
cannonball.
That's not. A
Shut up. No, wait, hold on.
gemstone.
Hold up. That's great.
I have a cannonball.
Greatest gem
I have-
of all.
I have ivory strips. I have gem-infused chalk. I have diamond dust. But I'm using all that for spell components, so fuck that.
I have. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't have any mundane gems aside from the ones I listed earlier.
How many of those, like, do we have of those gems? Are any of them more than one? Sorry, English
We
is
have
hard right now.
we have 3 zircon, 2 large obsidian, 3 tourmaline.
Okay, those zircons might have to be tossed.
Yeah, I mean, zircon's not.
Yeah, they
The
want
most
they want
valuable.
one gemstone each too. There's 7 of them asking for a gemstone each.
Basically,
Would
we,
these
we wanna
qualify as
give them-
gemstones?
They are gemstones,
Yeah.
yeah. But you need to basically, if you want them to answer this question, you need to give them 7 gemstones. It doesn't matter what the value is. It seems that they want any gemstone. They're really
Right,
hungry.
But the value for us it does matter. So we.
it does matter for them, and they don't give a
shit.
shit. But they definitely want a gemstone of some nature.
Did anybody ever appraise these gemstones?
Nope.
No.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Oh, good.
so once again, while I personally think I have something that could barter with them, I pull out the 2 cannonballs.
You watch as again the eyes dilate again, and there's more mulling about, and they're like, "That's not gemstones, but that's a lot of metal. That's a lot of metal." They're just kind of like, "Those 2," and then you watch as they think about it. 5 gemstones.
So
Let's start the haggle right now.
Son of a bitch!
Okay, watch out. One of them might want to marry us. It's been a thing in the plains.
Panic, can't you lie and say that they're like way better metal than normal? They don't know.
Panic, you get the sense that they can taste the quality of whatever they're getting.
I think they have distinct palates.
We do. The leader nods.
Yeah, the old ass bitch Zorn.
Panic. An idea. How about we agree to that if they take us there?
How about we give you the 2 cannonballs, 5 gemstones, and you escort us to where the Earth Genasi are.
There's silence for a while. They kind of turn to each other and mull about. It's really funny because even if they turn their back, there is an eye on their back that looks at you, kind of staring you up and down. And they kind of turn back and they go, 2 cannonballs, 12 gemstones. Let me take you there.
I put down 3 steel ingots.
Fucking. Oh.
11 gemstones.
You fuck off! You know, guys, we can't just say no.
2 cannonballs, 3 steel ingots, and 1 gemstone.
You watch as they look amongst themselves, but there are 7 of us.
That certainly ain't our problem now, is it?
It seems
Fuck, they're smarter than I thought.
They're really smart.
But it seems that they need us a lot more than we need them. We got food. They gotta eat. Hey, if it's up to me, if it was up to me, I'd just walk.
I'm haggling you get one last haggle. One last haggle from us, and that's it. I'm telling Peg to tell him this. You get one last haggle as I put down 50 silver arrows.
Okay, roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Who, me or Panic?
I'm gonna say Panic because he's translating.
Okay. You get all of this if you take us to them.
Come
It's coming. It's coming. Oh, it's coming.
Shoot.
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20!
Ah, it's good times like this.
We take this. We get you there. You like us. You give us more.
If we like you, yes.
Get us there safely and we'll see.
They kind of look amongst each other. Safely, yes. Yes. And they go over and it's just like the leader takes the cannonballs and just eats both of them. The silver arrows are like they snap off like the actual wooden part and just eat the arrowheads. It's weirdly terrifying. It's like watching children eat Play-Doh. It's kind of that sort of you shouldn't eat that, but whatever, I can't stop you. As they kind of sloppily eat, by the way, there's pushing and shoving as well. They kind of stop and they go, "We take you."
After you.
Very well.
They kind of look confused. No, they point into their mouths. "Get in, we take you."
Oh no! No!
Oh, I've seen. No,
Insight check.
Yeah, please.
Yo.
No,
Bad of this plan.
No. Oh,
No, that-
25.
No, that seems like a good idea.
You just see them look.
Greckles, no, not again.
Guys, it's happened so much. I'm just accepting it at this point.
He's already climbing it.
I'm already getting inside it. It beats the last time this happened.
At
It's
least they
literally-
asked for it.
This is the first time they've asked for permission, eh, Greckles?
Because you're the only ones who understand the language, the rest of you guys just see these things point into their mouths, and you see Panic's face go pale. You get the sense that the way in which they move, they could not take you with them. They don't move by they can burrow, but they move much faster by earth gliding, which would require you guys to be inside of them for it to work.
Okay, and there's
7
There's
of them.
there's 6 of us, so there's gonna be 1 that's left.
I've had
Do
worse.
we know for sure that we won't just like die if we
I get
go inside
digested?
them?
They seem like pretty smart guys.
That's what
And-
concerns me.
I mean, they don't. They don't.
Because we're taking all the things they want to eat on our person into them.
I
so
rolled pretty good on my insight. Did I get any sense that they're trying to trick us into having them like eat us whole?
You get the sense that they recognize that you are probably very strong.
Mhm.
You get that sense. They like looking at you guys are covered in scars. You have like battle wounds, and they're not dumb. These things are not the most brilliant geniuses, but they're not stupid. They also get the sense that they are more inclined to make like deals rather than just, you know, a once and done thing. You guys can be like a reoccurring source of food.
okay, so they're smart enough not to cut off the supply chain.
They seem on the level. I don't think they're going to try and betray us, guys.
There's actually I did read this saying. It's really cute. Keep a few gems in your pocket. A hungry Zorn is a helpful Zorn.
All right.
Okay.
Task rubs his chin at a certain prospect in his head, but he's not gonna say it just yet.
You're not taking these ones home too.
Fuck off!
We already were told that they're gonna try and send the eels and some of the other creatures back to the material.
We're getting okay. I am on
the
a
United
shopping
Oran
list.
clergy wears a lot of metal armor.
There's a menagerie back in Alivast, right? I'm pretty sure it's full already.
I don't know. I think a Zorn would like the prospect of going to a material plane.
Yeah, good luck managing that, my guy.
They're just gonna.
But anyway,
You're gonna get
Jabba
Jabba
wakes
the
up with that
Hutt
armor, like, what the fuck?
All right, so Monty, I'll approach one, and you know what? I'm just gonna give him one of the daggers. Just hand it over.
Okay.
Or not daggers, darts. I know it may not be the most gourmet thing, but it is still metal.
Yeah, you watch as it like takes it in his hand and immediately throws it into its mouth, and just like you hear like as it swallows it.
and then you're next.
I'll do a slight bow and just kind of wait for whatever process needs to happen.
Okay, it kind of leans forward. You can just climb up. It's got like these Zorns have like a rocky, easily climbable body.
Mm-hmm. What's their
and
inside like?
It's actually stone. It's not flesh.
Oh.
It's smooth. It's like smooth stone.
Oh.
You notice that there's kind of like a weird, like kind of muddy bottom to it that kind of like almost acts a bit like a flat almost. And notably, whenever you fed them, you didn't hear like they do salivate. They do like they have some water in them of some nature. But like whenever they eat, it's like a grinding sound. Like it seems like they're grinding their food, almost like a gizzard or something.
Huh.
And as you climb inside, it's like a weird cylindrical like stone inside.
Hey guys, it's pretty good. Nothing wet and moist and digestive-y.
Not gonna lie, you look really funny while you're inside there.
Yeah, your head's just sticking out, and there's like a row of teeth just encircling around your head.
God,
This is fine. This is fine.
Hey guys,
I'm not gonna
remember-
lie, guys. I'm just going with what you believe. I'm really
All right.
concerned.
All right,
good
hop
game.
in, everybody.
I am-
Okay.
Hey, remember the Teethox?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Really not a great thing to remember right now, but thanks, Panic.
Very, very reminiscent.
Hey,
Just
You remember those giant frogs? I remember those giant frogs.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Seika taking a page from Greckles' book will approach one of these creatures and allow himself to be consumed.
Okay. Yeah, you climb up and you go inside. And as you go inside, like you hear the one that you go inside and go, too spicy. He's kind of sweating a little bit.
I can't unfire my body. I'm sorry.
As you, Remy, as you climb into one of these Zorn, you watch as another Zorn turns and Panic. You hear it say, "No swallow, more gemstones." And the other one goes,
Hey, Monty.
"Mm-hmm."
Before Remy climbs in, he is going to ready an action, and I'd like to describe it narratively.
Okay.
Okay. As Remy walks up to one of these giant creatures, Panic, you will see him like materialize his sword in his hand. And as he's climbing in, you will see the blade start to flicker with fire. And he's going to ready action Burning Hands as he gets into this thing. And he's going to make direct eye contact with every one of these fucking eyes. and then climb in.
All right. As you climb in, you do hear Panic and Seika. You do hear the one say like, "Oh, metal armor," but the other one says, "No, Swallow, more gemstones."
Panic!
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Translate, I will kill you if you try anything, into whatever they speak.
I'm waiting.
I look at him. I'm like, now you seem like intelligent folks. So
Thanks.
just going to reiterate, and as tempting as it may be, if anything happens, it's gonna end badly.
We no eat you. You like us. More gemstones. Yes?
Glad we're on the same page. All right, and then I hop in.
What page? You get inside. It's
Metal
like,
page, book metal.
and you watch as you hear as the leader goes. The leader's the only one with nobody in their mouth, and you watch as it turns the other Zorn and goes, "We go to the Earth People's place quickly." And you watch as you guys look above you, and you watch as the mouth closes.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it very much. Greckles has just been... Go ahead.
And you begin to hear like it's like being inside of like a space shuttle. You suddenly just feel the entire thing. You guys don't see what the fuck is happening, and just everything starts rumbling and shaking.
Oh,
And-
it's like being in one of the artificial hurricane machines.
Yeah.
This is somehow triggering my claustrophobia. Just picturing this.
I'm 100% with you, my friend.
Borky, you are having a rough time. Task, you're cozy. You got like space to like kind of pick your feet up.
Borky's like holding
relax.
onto Rampart with two hands
Damn,
going,
this shit rocks.
if it tries to bite down on me, this sword's going right into him.
I'm reading Kobold Monthly.
Yeah, exactly. Just sticking your thumb and flipping through. As you
Draconic
guys,
time.
you assume, descend into the earth in the mouth of a group of very hungry Zorns. That is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Yeah.
This
Bye,
shit got
Austin.
wacky.
Wild time here on the
Bye,
Earth
Austin.
plane.
Bye, Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Down, Gregor.
I just-
Terrifying.
Down, Austin.
No, like Gregor heard the tone of my voice and
Release
assumed
the podcast.
drop the podcast. No,
Drop the podcast.
This is 160, guys.
One city.
Oh my
160.
God. 40 episodes and we'll be in the double hundreds.
I have
Yeah.
88 pages of notes in this document, just to let you know.
Oh my God.
Monty, I want to thank you for making that session both enjoyable and terrifying.
No, seriously, Monty, that was that was so good.
That was.
That was
I love
so
Zorns.
good.
I think Zorns are really fun. They're like very like they're hungry boys.
Oh no,
hungry
they're
boys
great.
too.
Until they eat
I
you.
understand that.
Also, I didn't want to break the moment, but like Gaijin and Mark, great scene over the mask. Like
Oh, yeah.
putting it on and then talking it out, like that was really, really good. I also still cannot get over Dinky, so thank you, Kurt.
Dinky.
really good. And
I was saving
it was
saying
called
that for
Dinky.
just when there was silence. I
Man,
felt
I
like
was like, are you kidding me?
I had been like, because I always try and mispronounce shit with Borky because it's funny, but I'm like Dinky. No, we gotta save that.
That's like prime real estate right there.
I'm trying to think. I was wondering if I could save it to the end, but it just felt like it was the right time.
So I want to tell my grand scheme real quick.
Uh-huh.
So remember the reason why Task is doing all of this. Remember that one jerk off from the monster hunting place that pissed him off.
Oh,
I am in full spite revenge mode right now.
Fuck yeah.
I am in full spite go fuck yourself mode for that guy. This is all a long con for that.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
I am gonna try to walk back to the material plane with a Zorn, some fucking electric eels, a flying monkey, and just slip of the
stroll
bird
in.
as I walk
Just
home into my fucking inn.
Unbelievable.
Just portals start opening like Avengers Endgame, and all these animals start coming out. Da, 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 da.
And then there's just subtitles on the bottom for all the lines, but all the audience hears is just the different animal noises.
Personally, with the whole Zorn thing, Greckles is like, I just accept this as my fate. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be
I've
swallowed by
done it.
everything.
You went into that way
These
too
are pretty
easily.
cool guys.
I was
I-
gonna say I'm in wait. I wish a motherfucker would mode.
You're just like, oh wait, it's been 3.5 weeks. Time
These
to get
don't
in
need to
again.
fuck around
time
and
to get
find
eaten
out.
again.
If you feed them, Zorn love you. They're like, if you have food, like if you can constantly supply them, they're like, we're cool. Like,
If you stab them in the throat, are they okay with that?
The problem
you
is if you give a mouse a cookie problem, because then they're
It
gonna
is.
just keep
Yeah.
wanting more and more.
Like
Which
more
they
cookies,
do,
right? You have all the
but-
cookies, right?
And then the cookies won't be enough, so you gotta give them cake. And then it just gets
Bro,
worse.
you know I'm telling one that I'm gonna pick my favorite and I'm gonna tell them about this. Cool
Hey man,
place
I got
called
this
the
place. You're gonna
Material
love
Plane.
it. It's like you
You're gonna-
fucking gotta be.
Yeah, you're gonna love this place. It's an all-you-can-eat
Called the
buffet
Sweet
in the
Dragon,
name of its
dude. I've
title.
got like all of the rocks.
Alivast
Yo,
needs
you want to see
create-
this guy called the Silver King?
Alivast needs to
Well,
create
all right, so we have to have a
rules.
conversation real quick.
Alivast needs to create rules about how to transport flora and fauna over dimensional lines.
We're gonna make fucking registration lines
called
here
gate.
and now.
You cannot introduce foreign species so willy-nilly.
Fucking watch me.
Okay, then
God.
what was the egg spider? Because I think
episode
that
161, tasks, ruins, and ecosystem.
You absolutely are damn right.
Task goes to town on everything.
Goes to jail. Task becomes an eco-terrorist.
This is how
Oh,
is
Jesus.
how we end up with problems like the cane toad fiasco in Australia.
That's the
Cane
one that happened. In,
toad.
was that that was the 90s, right? That happened in, or was that the 80s?
Something like that.
Oh, it was.
this is like-
they referenced it on the Simpsons episode.
I thought it was in Hell in a Cell.
Okay, so you guys ever heard of an animal
That's
called
gotta
a
be
snakehead?
cane toad.
Cane toad.
You ever hear of the snakehead fish?
Oh god.
Task is literally gonna fucking start that bullshit.
No thanks. No thanks. We should probably say goodbyes.
Yeah, I need to get
Yeah,
going,
yeah.
kids.
Zito, where can they find? Or
I need
right,
some-
Gaijin, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Gaijin Goomba, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. US Central Time. All the Monster Hunter rides, because I'm a big fat weeb. Expect lots and lots of cultural analysis videos coming out of me. Sub-series, Yokai Hunters Rise, and more build streams. Tuesday, chill and build. We're going to build Yukimura Sonata in tiny Gundam form. That's all I got.
Excellent. Zito, where can they find you?
Twitch.tv/Zito, CZ Backlash on Twitter, Evering at Almanac on Patreon. As for D&D writing, I'm getting back into making a ranger subclass that lets you be a warg master like most goblin NPC monsters that you would fight. So that gets to be a playable subclass now. And on top of that, I'm making gremlins no longer becoming a lifestyle. They're going to become a playable race. That's what I'm working on next.
I
Why
can't
can't
wait
it
to
be
make
both?
Evo.
Oh, they can be both. It's fine. It's as long as you're chaotic enough. It can be both. You can eat. You can.
Without the gremlin lifestyle, how will we have flash animators?
Shit, you right.
Yeah.
No.
And
that wasn't even a shot. They just have to do a lot of hard work.
Yeah, no, it's just there. So you can also find me on Twitch playing Monster Hunter Rise soon, carts, a bunch of indie games. That's it.
Excellent. Mark Allen Jr., where can they find you?
You can find me on twitter.com/Mark Allen Jr. here on Twitch at Aeon Protect Gaming. Follow my fat cat Bunny on Instagram at Chonk4Life. Like I said, probably streaming tomorrow. I recently got Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster for the computer. So maybe we'll do that. I haven't played Final Fantasy X in quite a while. It'll be nice to revisit. So we'll probably do that tomorrow. Come swing by. We'll hang out. It'll be fun. I'll be a blitzball.
Blitzball.
Be a whole blitzball?
Yeah. Finally, my dream.
All I fucking remember is Happy Festival fireworks and just my mouth agape in horror.
Excellent. Ed Bosco, where can they find you?
What up? You can find me on Twitter and Instagram
Jesus
at Ed.
Christ.
What?
Headphone users, so sorry.
What? What'd I do?
You're very energetic, and that's great.
Unexpected
all right.
energy.
Sorry, you can find me at Instagram and at Twitter at Ed Boscovia. You can find me on twitch.tv/Edward Bosco. Also, shout out to the YouTube comments. I see you. I read you. I really wish I commented on YouTube videos, but I don't. So what you should do is take those beautiful comments on over to the Discord, which if you're watching on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/the Unexpectables. There's a little button down below whatever video you're watching. It says join us on the Discord. Come do that. Sometimes we pop in there and we talk to you guys. I'd love to have conversations with you. You guys rock. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Drop a follow and click the bell icon to join the notification squad.
Bird up.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
So someone punches their computer screen.
Don't forget to ring that bell.
Attack How to 101. Where can I find you?
You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at TarkHot101. I'm not streaming this week. I'm taking some time to myself. I not have a proper time of relaxing in a very long time. So I've actually decided to play a game I was excited for and I completely forgot was coming out today, and I completely forgot. Evil Genius 2.
Oh yeah.
World Domination. Now now that I played 4 hours, it's good. This is really actually oddly emotional for me to play this game. I wasn't realizing it because this is one of the first games the original Evil Genius was the first game I ever bought with my first paycheck from when I worked at KFC.
Ooh, wow.
The original Evil Genius. So I was playing and I'm like, oh god, please don't be bad like the original. It's fantastic. They took out everything in the original that was a problem with it, and they just fixed the AI, and the game's great, fantastic, and not even a full $69.99 game too. They're charging like $40 for it. So, since I'm a big fan of simulation games, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Excellent. And Monty Glue, where can they find you?
Hi, you can find me not inside of a Zorn, over at @MontyGlue on Twitter.
Jealous.
Hey, there was one extra one I could have hopped in.
God just comes down from on high.
No. I need this. Cannonball from the sky.
You can see posting pictures of my fat cat, Hob, and my significantly less fat cat, Goblin.
I love that. Is Goblin just thin now, so you don't have to call Hob fat?
Well, he's losing weight.
Have you seen him?
I've seen him.
Hob is fucking fat.
Hob is a fat. I felt Hob's fat. I felt Hob's fat. A chunky boy.
And we'll be fixing that because the only animal that's allowed to be fat in my house is Gerps, and she's supposed to be. But you can find me posting random stuff on Twitter, and then Twitch tomorrow should hopefully be Ocarina of Time. It's the water fucking temple though, so I'm not looking forward to that.
It's gonna be the whole session.
It's gonna be the whole. It could be multiple episodes. I can feel myself.
You've made a very memorable level when people still talk about it in haunted corners 25 years later.
All right. So I'm gonna say this just real quick. I recently played that game not too long ago. The only real hard thing about it is navigating it using the different levels and reading the map. That's literally the only.
Okay, I'm sorry. I love you, Goomba. The really difficult thing in navigation is the navigating part. You bastard! How dare you?
It's just look. Keep in mind what floor you're on, and you're gonna be fine.
Anyway.
And Lo Goomba sits upon high on the throne.
Thank you.
I sit on an ivory tower, bitch.
You sit on a throne of lies.
And then Sunday, Monster Hunter. That's the Monster Hunter Rise. We've been streaming that. It's really, really fun. And then another kind of fun announcement is on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'm actually part of the game with Arcadum alongside of Joe Cat, Joe Fudge, and Brett Ultimus, I believe, and Shyfree as well. So
I've met Brett Ultimus. He's very nice.
He's very nice, yeah.
Actually,
we did session 0 yesterday, and then we're gonna be playing next week. So definitely come and check it out. I'm playing a human Beastmaster Ranger named Tori, and I think it's gonna be fun. But that's it for me. Connor.
I had something, but I'm gonna wait till next week.
Okay. In that case, did I get everybody else?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Zito, did we get you?
Yeah.
And force bonus action.
Okay.
Well,
Sorry,
I'm
Connor,
confused
go ahead.
now. Did we get Zito?
Yes, you did. You got me.
Okay. They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDouble. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is Tabletop Wargaming Day with my buddy Luke. where we play Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k 9th edition. Sometimes some friends stop by and we play Kill Team. Drukhari Codex, really fucking good. Like it a whole lot. Gonna probably be playing more Drukhari or Adeptus Custodes at some point. Friday Funhouse. We basically just play whatever I feel like. Whoever decides to show up can. We have a lot of fun there. Saturday I play. I'm playing through the Yakuza series. We just beat the entirety of Kiwami, including the Majima chapter. I cried on stream. It was great. So we'll be starting up this Saturday Yakuza 3 Remastered, which just came out. I'm very glad that it did, because I didn't want to have to go to the PlayStation Store and stream it from my PlayStation. That would have been nightmarish. But yeah, that's on Saturday. Sunday, I'm also playing Monster Hunter. Be sure to check out Dead House Sonata, the game you've all been making puns for. Everybody in the Dead House Sonata Discord, by the way, appreciates the puns. They've actually made a bunch of pictures that depict the puns as well. It's pretty funny.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you at all want to check out Dead House Sonata, be sure to click that link right there. Read up all about it, look at all the fantastic lore, and purchase a Founders Pack at that link. I get some of the money from that. Also, be sure to check out my DM's Guild, where I just released the Predator Rogue archetype, which lets you sort of take on the characteristics and traits of the Beast of the Wild for your roguish needs. That is it for me, I believe. I'd just like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Die Hard Dice.
Hey!
Die Hard Dice!
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. It's an earthquake.
Too much.
That's what we're hearing right now as we're traveling through the earth.
I'm so happy that I just got over having an ear infection. Thank you, Monty.
Sorry.
My AS has been MR'd.
Has been MR'd.
Meanwhile, my tinnitus is like.
What?
That lovely sound you heard was a bunch of Die Hard dice hitting a Die Hard Dice brand dice tray. They have all of that and more in a bunch of lovely different styles and colors, metal and polymer dice, carrying cases, sleek and compact carrying cases, I should say. Fantastic dice and dice accessories over at dieharddice.com. And if you use the coupon code, that's right, you can't use the coupon code Expectamar anymore because it's April 1st. I April fooled you by saying, oh yeah, you should turn.
I forgot to switch over to the art. I'm an idiot.
Oh no,
man, you pranked him good, bro.
Good job.
You can see the code right there now. It's been changed. The code Expect APR, which sounds like it might be like
financing?
looking for financing.
I actually got money in. I got money in that stock.
Ooh,
Hell yeah, boy.
I think we should talk to Diane about maybe changing the names of some of our codes. But for now, if you use the code Expect APR for the month of April, you can get 10% off your order price at dieharddice.com. And I believe with that, all that's left to do is read out some bits and subs from our wonderful fans. It just refreshed.
Well,
Bosco gave you the last name.
What was that name again, Bosco? Do you remember?
It was. Let me go on. I'm gonna get on myself because I'll remember it if I see it. Streamlabs, nothing but Streamlabs. There is some Streamlabs. Hang on a sec. Here's the dashboard. Switching accounts. Quick.
Man.
What? No, I'm not. What are you talking about?
You're doing a Star Wars.
The fuck is a Star Wars?
Mickey Mouse is just leveling a rifle. Who the fuck's the
asshole right now?
Oh yeah. While we're doing that, do you have any ideas for episode names, by the way, for this one? Someone had something really funny in the
Everybody
in the
do the
Unexpectables
Down,
life.
down to earth.
Down to Earth is actually really good.
Oh, Down to
Didn't
Earth.
we? Don't we have that one already?
We might have Down to Earth already. That actually might be the episode where
That's
where,
really good.
Where Remy
I-
came up. Where
I
Remy
was
showed
gonna
up.
say, oh yeah, that's right, it was. I was gonna say one that was really funny that someone had in the live chat by Vinsfield was Rock Swallow, Everyone Dies.
Fuck.
Rock beats paper.
Will that
Will that give away something?
That's not much of a spoiler, really. Rock Swallow, Everyone
not.
Dies. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
Rock beats paper.
I mean, if you don't think it's gonna be a giveaway, then go for it.
Anybody else have
Rocks-
ideas?
Off the top of my head, no.
Dinky.
Dinky.
Uh-oh, Dinky.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I like this
Stone
one.
throw.
I like this one. Land ho.
Land Ho.
Yeah,
who you
pretty good.
call
Yeah,
it?
Because
Oh,
we're going from water to earth.
Yeah, it's double entendre-ish.
That actually is kind of cute. I like that one
is
too.
pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I think if you start from K-pop Barbarians gift subs, you should be good because I don't recognize anything after that.
Oh god. All right. K-pop Barbarian. K-pop Barbarian.
Unless we have different lists, in which case I'll get
Welsh
read.
93. Thank you for the year of subscribing. Hello everyone. Hope you're all having a great night. DRK Gannon, thank you for the 12 months of Prime subbage. 1 year for remembering to resub with Twitch Prime. Good luck tonight, guys. Oh, that's from 3 hours ago.
I was gonna say, I think that's from before we started.
Oh, it is. What the?
Labs is a magical program.
It really is. Links,
Did I just hear a horse?
Go from Link because that was 2 hours ago. The giant gift subs, so that would have been around the break.
After that?
Sorry.
You can
Sorry,
start
go
with that one, yeah.
Okay, Link Highly, I think we're gifting 10 tier 1 subs to the community. Oh my goodness gracious sakes. X Grail, thank you for the 4 months. Or 11 months total, rather. Knersh, thank you for the year of subscribing. Good morning, dear God damn it. Who did it?
Did what?
Fucking changed the thing from the list to the different.
Oh no.
Oh, you motherfucker. I just lost my place. Good morning, dear Unexpectables. Happy Easter time to you all. At least standing up 1 hour early has one advantage. I can catch you live. Ooh. Golden Gilden, thank you for the year of subscribing. Infinity Judge, thank you for the 12 months. Lich Wannabe, thank you for the 100 bits. Kobold Monthly, the rumor come out. Does Task is gay?
Oh shit!
Damn it.
I knew it.
But what?
I fucking called it.
Well, what happened if that?
This time the rumor is not about his career, but about his gay.
It's true.
So wait,
Navigator.
So wait, does it actually say Task is gay?
We're back 1
The
second.
rumor come out. Does Task is gay?
Does
Does
Task
Task-
is gay.
Navigator EX, thank you for the 600 bits. Might be the last session I get to watch live due to my work schedule. Love you guys. Never change. Well, thank you so much, Navigator EX. And thank you for the 600 bits. Hopefully that changes for you sometime soon. We'll see you on the VODs, Navigator EX. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 100 bits. Remy embodying the entire chat in a few words. Greckles using his curse for the greater good. Seika hearing lies and the earth plane is fucking weird. Good night. P.S. Let Task have his children. Oh, right.
Oh.
What happened to the seahorses in our hair?
They
they
jumped
went.
off. Yeah.
Okay.
They're being shipped with everybody else.
They're gonna be shipped to your guys' you're literally getting a flying monkey from the elemental plane of air, and now you're gonna get 3 giant lightning eels and seahorses sent to the
Wait,
sea
3
dragon.
eels? There's 4 of them.
I
There's
must have
4
Four
of
eels,
them.
sorry. I
must
keep
have
forgetting
completely-
Slagathar the All-Consumer.
How
I'm
could you
sorry.
forget Slagathar the All-Consumer?
I must have completely flown over my head when that was happening.
I didn't describe it, but they left. I'm not gonna kill the seahorses. They're cute. They're not that dumb.
I'll just
Um,
kill the eels.
All I'm gonna say, I want you guys to imagine the fact that literally Helga or someone is gonna literally find a bunch of these animals showing up randomly.
They have to
Hello?
receive them with no instruction.
Oh,
Good
you
thing-
thought you just thought because we were gone, you were free of bullshit.
I'll
That's
probably
cute, Helga.
I'll probably sending on Hell. Oh, by the way, I just realized. Did we roll for the other sending I did?
Oh, we didn't. It's fine. It's a 5% failure chance.
We'll have to keep in mind for that.
Now it's 10% on the next one.
Oh fuck. Flustered Bun, thank you for the 100 bits, Flustered Bun. Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby Morrow, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm just waiting for an episode after this whole arc is over, where we get to see all of the animal friends they got back at home. Yep.
I'm getting one for every realm. Mark my fucking words.
If you survive.
I don't want anything to do with your words.
No
one will survive.
Elated Megalodon, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, if it's a bullet hell game about a robot kamikaze doll who fights space mechs.
Oh boy.
It'd be Hitogata Happa. I'm so sorry. You should be elated, Megalodon, but thank you for the 100 bits.
You tried, Gold Star.
Kane Time, thank you for the 500 bits. I will neither confirm nor deny my hand in the situation with the toads. I will say Bosco helped.
What?
Because we said cane. We were talking about cane toads.
What is cane?
Oh.
I don't get it.
Cane time.
That's gotta
Right,
be
Kane
cane toads.
Oh, like the wrestler. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't.
Sure. Mad Monk Montague, think of the 300 bits. During the final battle, Tarask walks forward with an army of animals collected by Task. Tarask. Unexpectables. Assemble!
Guys, I need to go soon.
We only got 3 more bits. Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby Morrow. Thank you for the 100 bits. These wolves are really making a racket in the background. Indeed. Wonder if that was Sherman. Strange Birdie, thank you for the bit. And 20 BMG, thank you for the 100 bits. Coming soon to the Sweet Dragon. Zune.
We're getting a petting zoo. You fucking know that, right?
Yeah.
Petting zoo of electric eels.
Good thing you have Anj there, by the way.
Yeah.
This is
Good
and
thing we got that
that's
taken
why
care
when
of before
everyone
we left.
that is exactly the reason why when everyone's just like, well, fine, who's gonna take care of him, bro? We have like a fucking mountain monster demigod man. We're fine.
Ancient Druid boy.
He's
And with that,
probably having a whale of a time.
I think we're ready to sign out.
Okay.
Who are we gonna raid, though?
On.
I got Thero and I got Nero. That's it.
I got Octo, Thero, and
Oh yeah, I guess Octo, but
yeah, that's all I got on my end.
I mean, we did come out from out of the ocean. Why don't we raid Octopimp? It's been a while.
Sure.
Yeah.
it's been a while since I could read my Octopimp.
What should the raid message be?
The ocean is wet. The ocean is wet.
We miss you.
Rock on.
We
How
miss
about
you.
Rock on.
Oh.
Yeah,
Rock on.
All
Rock
right.
on.
Rock
How about
on.
rock
Dinky. People are saying Dinky.
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 Dinky. I'm down with Dinky.
Fine, we'll
Dinky's
say
good.
Dinky. Dinky?
All right. Get out of here, rapscallions.
Dinky.
I tried therefore. I'm sorry.
I had a dinky dino when I was a kid.
Dinky
What?
Dino. Dinky
What does that even
Doo.
mean?